Tint 54327 says and so I cry sometimes when I'm lying in bed just to get it all out what's in my head and I'm feeling a little peculiar.
Hello. Hello, 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 hello. I hope you are all ready for coffee time. Hey, Louie, that's a really good waving emote. My brain is so bad today. I need you guys to understand this. I need you guys to understand this with your brains that you have in your head, I assume. It's been a while. You used Adobe stuff, but try not to use them too much payments. Listen, there's a one-time free for Adobe stuff if you know where to look. Hee-hoo. I got the Adobe editing software and I didn't like it. I didn't even like it very much. I think I was using like free stuff. I was using One Shot, I think, one something or other. And that was okay, but not very impressive. Passing by, was expecting to have you popped in right as it's time to turn the microphone on. I hope you're excited to drink some night coffee. I have night coffee in the real world right now. I need to switch over to the game screen, but I'm just gonna sit here and talk into the camera for a second. Everybody go follow Convol Guardian, by the way, though. Vegas editor. That's the one you do it. That does editing pretty okay. DaVinci's not that bad. I feel night coffee's so good. If you've got those good awake genes where caffeine doesn't actually wake you up, just pop some coffee in your noggin at night and it's cool and it's fine. Yeah, also go follow Jagathan. Go follow it at twitch.tv/jagjab. Do you see that up there in the corner? I have it muted for me now. It was unmuted for me the whole time, but now it is muted so that I can focus on words, sort of. My brain is not all there. I need you guys to understand. Over the weekend, Saturday, I did a spookily movie night with some coworker friends, and it was very fun. And we watched some movies, and I stayed up too late, and I didn't get enough sleep. And then I had to wake up early today to do work, so I didn't get enough sleep. And I can't trust my autopilot at all. Caffeine doesn't affect you. Me too, and that's why I'm always drinking night coffee. I I tried to open my front door with the car thingy. You know the car thingy where it's got buttons on it and you click to lock or unlock the door? I pressed the unlock one like 3 times and was confused why my door wasn't opening. That was like an hour ago. We're gonna see how good I am at video game coffee about it. Coffee is massive hit or miss with you. See, what I do is I buy instant coffee and then I put water in it and then I put some chocolate in it and then I put some creamer in it and then it tastes good. It's like if you had a hot chocolate, but it's the coffee hot chocolate. And I like the flavor of the coffee, so got DaVinci's free user one and you love how simpler and proper it is. Yeah, DaVinci was pretty good. I went and I did a sketch download for New Vegas, and I was like, because everybody's saying that New Vegas is a game, isn't it? Vegas Pro is the name of the editor. Because I was like, everybody says this one is good, and then I realized I don't even I don't even have to do a sketch download of that. Like I bought a Humble bundle for video editing like 3 million years ago, and I just had a copy for free. You have a lot of caffeine and your body shakes, but you don't feel awake, so you try not to have too much caffeine. Caffeine, generally makes me a little sleepy, especially if it's like a tea. If it's just like a little bit of caffeine, it'll make me super sleepy. If it's a lot of caffeine, it doesn't really do anything. Here's my big coffee hack. I used to say it. I don't do it myself anymore because I've just bought chocolate sauces and stuff, but pop a Rolo in your coffee. Pop a Rolo or two. Get like those little candies, you know them. They've got caramel in the middle and chocolate all around them. Pop 1 or 2 in your coffee right when it's fresh from the hot so that it's hot enough to melt it, and then stir it really, 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 really good, and it's in your coffee and it adds just the right amount of flavor and it's good. You just feel like Crash Bandicoot and ready to slap a polar bear. Crash Bandicoot first game, jump on a hog, ride through the clouds. Wish you could eat anything and be able to sleep whenever. No, so here's the trick. Here's the thing, is I can't eat just anything. If I eat late at night, I'll die. I know I won't. Hold on, I'll do the opposite of that. I'll awake. If I eat late night snacks, I stay awake. Drinking is fine. Sugary drinks, like, if I drink a sugary drink immediately before bed, I have a little trouble sleeping, and it's not like a sugar make you hyperactive thing, but it's like calories in the body make the body want to go. The body's like, oh, we've got energy in us now. It's time to do. Owl hat. Sleepy, yes, sir. I need 4 cups for a better sleep. I'm drinking night coffee right now. It's delicious and I love it. I know it's gonna cool down before.
Uh-oh.
Okay, that wasn't my heart rate. I was like, I haven't enabled the heart rate explode yet. Woo. So I'm actually very curious. So this apron that I'm wearing is not on my actual model. It's just an item. So like if I tilt if I tilt my head, it does go under the apron. And we will not be holding a controller today because the controller also goes under the apron. We might do a sippy, but you're not going to see the sip because it's under the apron. Oh, that means I can enable my heart rate thing. What is happening? I'm allowed to explode a little bit. I'm surprised my heart rate is so high right now, actually. I'm gonna enable this. You don't hold a... Yeah. I wasn't gonna do the controller originally because, like, what am I gonna be doing? Gaming in a coffee shop? You can't do that. Oh, I have to fix the game. Here's another thing I'm a little bit worried about is I booted up this game, like, 5 minutes before stream started, and my GPU and CPU both went to 100%, which is wild because, like, I've got a decent computer. It shouldn't be doing that. If it's Starbucks, you can game at Starbucks. There we go. That's on top. So you can see I've got... Oh, I need to unmute it also. I didn't do any audio testing because I got freaked out by the fact that my computer was chugging so hard. See your avatar just smiling with the eyes. I am looking. Oh god, the teeth! I forgot about the teeth! There's teeth. Anybody can unexplode me, by the way. Exclamation point unsplode will do a free explode. I'm just a happy individual. I'm smiling because I'm thinking about all the great coffee we're gonna serve. I forgot about Bald. Every Starbucks person you've ever met is capable of anything and possibly dangerous. Can they do a backflip? I can't do that. Bald and teeth. All right, so I've turned on all the graphics. I've turned down every graphics. I've turned the resolution to 1080. I've turned VHS filter off. If he's not gonna drag someone back, don't count me out. I could drag a person. They could disappear from the world, never to be seen or heard of again. Their will mysteriously edited a few days before their disappearance. I never fixed my eyebrows, did I? They're more or less fine. Can you give points back? I might be able to. Does unexplode do it? It does. Take that, yeah. I feel weird having people have the ability to explode me whenever because I didn't need to. Well, here's the thing is like, I'm gonna be exploding anyway. My heart rate will go up or down. I'm probably gonna explode right now, actually. Well, there you go. There you go. I moved too much. All right, we're good. We're good. Task manager, we good. I'm also no longer watching 2 Twitch streams. Right as you said it. I wish I was that powerful at controlling my heart. My heart rate used to be very, very low. How are we looking? Okay. Oh, it's just gonna keep doing that, isn't it? Hold on. If my heart rate is above 104, there's not much point in, unsploding. Yeah, let me just glue that head right back on there. Oh, that's the funny number 69. No, 69 had his panda hat. There are glues in this world. There are glues in this world. There are many kinds of glue. I crouch. There are glues in this world. And each glue has its own strengths and weaknesses. Like, hot glue is good for duct tape. No, it's good for something. It's good for arts and crafts. It's good for felt. What is this? Oh, it's a chinchilla because this is the Chilla art game. Okay, I'm smart. I remembered it. We could duct tape the head. Some glues are really good at something. Like there's wood glue. Is Gorilla Glue good for wood? That's the question that I want to ask. Oh, him hat get rat. Okay, good. Why is my GPU at 99? Stop that. I barely did anything. They even have a wood. Oh, that door slamming. Is it? It can't be the him hat. That's not any graphics. Let me stare at this wall for a second. I'm not sure why this game is struggling so hard. What can I close?
Oops.
Oops. You're breaking things again. It shouldn't be, though. It shouldn't be, though, is the thing. It might be OBS. As long as we don't have Ivy's head flying, we're fine. What I'm confused about is why it was so fine for like 2 seconds and then now it's not. Glue a couple of raccoons and go to the hot corn truck. Like glue trap coons? Raccoons in the trap, the glue's trap? OBS is using all of my GPU right now. Hold on. What the hell? Why is Himbot? My GPU is 53% right now. My GPU is at 100% right now. What? Him? Is it? It can't be the rat, can it? Him also appeared with the rat. Oh, that didn't help. We're gonna go into a weird void for a second. This is where Him lives. Him's hat isn't even in here. Where does Him live? Where does Him live? No, I'm in the TTS house. Okay. So the TTS house brings me up to 100 GPU. The hat. It's the hat. Him doesn't get to have a hat this stream. I hid the hat. I don't know. It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be this way. But it is, and it's working. It is, and it's working, I guess. Just get this back over here. My GPU is down to 44%. I'll figure out what the deal with that is. Himbot needs all the memory to remember how to hat. It's a PNG. A single PNG shouldn't make... It shouldn't use up all the power of my computer. I want to go up. Interact, inventory, shift is run. C is crouch. This is crouching? Exploring the room like I was born 10 minutes ago. Who closed my door?
You want a glass of water?
I'll take a sippy. It's gonna be behind the apron. Take a nice night coffee sip. And then a regular water sip. Honk. Beep beep. Ghosts. I want to get in there. Might have to change my sensitivity too. Hold on. Can we go to 1.5? It's a little better. Beep beep. Oh, I've got the worst feet I've ever seen. They're like peanuts. What happened here? Can I put on my shoes? Bathroom. Why are part of the toes gone? They're like there, but they're curled under. I went to I did study abroad in Japan for like a little bit. This is shockingly reminiscent of the student apartment that I lived in. Like if there wasn't an upper part here, if there was no door here, like it's this little walkway area with a mini fridge and a single burner and a sink that's like, and then the bathroom is exactly this. It's like toilet, sink, tub immediately. I don't think I had a closet. I don't even think I had a closet. I had a little desk over here. I had a desk where this couch was. All the way up against the wall, there was a desk. And then there was a bed here. Where is bed? I'm assuming bed is up there. Can I not climb this because I'm crouching? I'm so tall. Or is this room just really small? Like, we're right up next to the door frame. You'll take a medium mocha cappuccino grande? I could do that. If I can ever find my way to the, That's what the mouse wheel does. I found the clicking. What? Leave apartment or... We're gonna wait. Why would we ever leave our apartment? Grande is the size. Is Grande actually large? Tall is small, right? I also had an air conditioning unit like this, but it might have been over there. Grande is medium. Okay. What's the big? I guess we're leaving apartment. It said something to me earlier on. It was like, oh no, I forgot something. Shift is run, C is crouch. Oh good, we changed. I was like, are we gonna go to work barefoot? I can't break into my neighbor's house. Ding dong. Dong ding. Him, it's okay, I'm allowed. Ding dong. Hey, safe's just a shadow 49. Welcome in, welcome in. Yes, Himbot. Himbot doesn't like that we're trying to enter everybody's house. Oh, the tree. Shit, new Ivy outfit. The shirt, I changed white and drew a collar on with the mouse in about 1 minute. The apron exists in a plane beyond my hand, so if we hold a cup or something, my hands are going behind that apron. I don't know where I work. Where's that coming from? The chicken? Peacock! How do I leave? There's so many sounds. Boo 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 boo. More free leaf. Oh, it is a cellular phone. Hey yo. How do I use it? Da 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 na 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 na. Na 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 na. Sorority chief. $10. I don't have that kind of money. There's definitely Pepsi at the top. That's tea. Tea. I don't know what Chibi Vita is. Chibi Vita oh, I guess it's a vitamin C drink? Something super chan. That's Walpinu. Water. I think this is... No, this is tea again. I love Pipipsi. Can you do the Booba song by memory? Which Booba song? The... Boop, 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 boop. GG Lemon. I love that one. That one's good. It's like a nice lemon drink. White Nanode. Chief Cafe au lait. Some coffee milk. Strawberry milk. Orange juice. This tea again? Yeah, green tea, I think. Nothing's gonna change the way you feel. 'Cause we can always take but never give. Wasn't Crazy World. I thought for a second the objects froze the screen, but no. It was Jamiroquai. Just loading up the hat. Wait, when did we get JoJo hat? Oh, probably because of the wheel, huh? Mokari Sweat, that's also delicious. Black coffee, coffee, coffee. Gotta get some quick Z's before work. Thanks for stopping in. Thanks for the raid. I hope you have a good sleep, good dreams, good coffee, good drink, everything in this vending machine. Silky black. Burak Kohi. Premium Chief. I just know there's gonna be a test. There's gonna be a quiz. Oh. How do I use this? I don't know how to use this phone, so I guess we're just carrying it. I can't even get to that door. Think you give it to someone? But I want to make crank calls. I gotta call somebody and say, hello, is your refrigerator running? And they say, if it wasn't, my food would be warm. And I say, well, then you better go catch it before it gets away. The missing lanky sound. There's like more. There's like 18 seconds of lanky sounds. I don't think that one is, Yeah, that one's not in a full sound. It doesn't get a sound effect of its own. You can do exclamation point sound, and if we're lucky, you'll get the lanky selection. The lanky collection. All lanky sound effects. Hold on, can I do that? Oh. Excuse me. Button. Sound. Duplicate. That's not what I want. 2 button presses in a row. Boop. Beep. Duplicate. Let's go ahead and just grab... Yippee! Oh, that's so loud. Yippee! I need to adjust the volume on that one. Getting Lime Drink 2.0. Let's go. I'm gonna take a second to just get... Wappo? Wappo? Torturing Lanky. Lanky's having a great time. Those are sounds of having a great time. Whoop, whoop. Put that under sounds. No, you don't want the sheep man to leave? Look, I'm a little sailor. Hi ho, hi ho. Over the waves we go. We swim and sail. We catch a whale. Wait. Wait. Again? Hello? You can't do that. There we go. What do you mean no need to go through here right now? I want to go to the bus to go to work. I made a promise. No, I think the issue is that it just spun 2 sailor hats in a row. Is that allowed? Is it just stuck? No. No, we can have other hats. We're allowed to have other hats. You just got the luck of the draw, the luck of the spin. Za Mansion. I just came from here. Where's my job at? This way? Boom. Can I get on my bike? One of these has got to be for me, right? The boss is so good luck in the game. Do I live within walking distance? Do I not take the bus or train? I don't think I have a car. With that apartment I'm living in? And yet. Here it is with a little arrow telling me to get in here. I guess this is my car. I don't need the car to get to work. Stranger's phone. Do I have to solve the phone problem before I can, go to work? Can't go to bus. $911. No, 110. I go to your car. Do I have to give this to like a police box? It's... Do I just have to go up and knock on every door? Oh.
Water.
I'll take a sippy. No need to be afraid, Nightbot. This is just a man looking for something. Excuse me. Excuse me. Hey! Are you looking for something? Perhaps this phone that I found? Give me it. Being projected on your wall, I have become particles of light. Send me to the moon. Can I? I think I gave it to him. You're welcome. Now where's my car at? He's fine. This is my car. Got distracted by dog. Do we get all lanky sounds? Yes! Exclamation point, all lanky. Jarvis, deconstruct IFE at a molecular level and send them to the moon. You're late for work? Nah. I don't need to go and work on time. Yeah! Yeah! Woof. Did I? Oh, I'm at work now. You're... Like how Hop speaks for no reason. This is my job. Every day, I come to this. My house. Away from house. I go inside and they tell me coffee. They're having a chocolate festival. Double chocolate chilipuccino. Hot chocolate and chocolate. Ratbox? The person who made this is, their name is Chilla. So this is their coffee. Oh. Why are we open when nobody's here? We gotta wash our hands. Before you start your day, you gotta wash your hand. Oh, the door. That's for trash. Caramel butter... No. Caramel toffee scone. Strawberry Is that churro? Churro. Strawberry and cream roll. American waffle. Only person on Twitch.tv not playing Mario Wonder. How do I feel? I feel like I should be playing Mario Wonder. I want to play that game, but I also just need to play more games. Pumpkin cake. Can't read that kanji, but I'm assuming it's matcha. Chiffon cake. Can I get a Frappajapajuice? Absolutely. Those look like burritos, but they're probably just wraps. American apple pie. Oh! Well, now hold on a second. I was like climbing up there. Grande, please. What is arabiki? Arapiki? Sausage and scrambled eggs. Ham and maribo cheese. Oh, it says it in English right next to it. What is maribo cheese? These have English on them. Or at least some of them do. I guess I'm behind the counter now. Wait. I wasn't I wasn't done reading those. Tuna green. Chicken green. Vienna sausage. Basil chicken. Tomato. Mozzarella. You're into beef jerky now? Like you eat a lot of kinds? Or you're just stoked on it? If I just don't go to my job, will like a man come in here and kill me? I'm supposed to put away my stuff and talk to Senpai. But I don't know where my stuff is, and I don't know where my Senpai is. According to my inventory, I have nothing. Want to eat those napkins. Is this actually gonna make me do my job? Oh. Sorry, I forgot that was private. Can you imagine being at work? Super Mario Wonder what wrong with my life. I read that sentence. Imagine going to work and you're waiting, your boss put you and only one other person on the shift. There's only two of you working tonight. You hope there's not going to be too many people coming in for late night coffee and pastries. Your coworker shows up. You're sitting in the private room. You're sitting in the pirate room, minding your own business, typing on the computer that this company needs for some reason. And your coworker just opens and closes the door for like 5 minutes straight. You get stuck behind the bathroom door. Imagine you're working, you can't find your coworker, and they're stuck behind the open bathroom door. We could be stuck behind this door. Priv. Rebate. Eight. I think we're supposed to be tall. I'm trying to get on the desk. I don't think it'll let me. I'm doing so good at job. This is what they pay me the big bucks for. You're not even using it. You're not even on a website. Here, let me show you how to do it. See the mouse? Funahashi senpai, be careful. Next time I'm gonna tell the manager. I am very sorry. I'll be careful. Being careful is not enough. Tell me you won't be late. You understand? Yes, sir, I will not ever be late again. You also mess up some orders, don't you? If you have any trouble with the order, there are some tutorial videos for you, so look through it. Okay, I'll take a look. Oh, and one more thing. Make sure to leave your phone in the locker. I don't have one. You better not be texting anyone during work. Yes, sir. Order. Get the cake. Put it in a bag. Ordered item. Is it over? Can I rewind? You're making me take out the tape without rewinding? Am I some kind of criminal? Do you ever forget you Googled something on your phone, the later you open Google on your phone to Google something else and get embarrassed that what you Googled? Milk. I Google things and then I just leave the tabs open forever and then I have like 50 tabs. Hot whip. Oh, hot drink tutorial, food tutorial. Scratch that back. So you... So... I'm not gonna be able to do this job. That's it, I'm back, bitches. I'm back, bitches. Scratch it. I'm not gonna remember any of this. Once Googled lithium and batteries versus lithium medicine. Someone saw it on your Google history. Didn't we also Google this during stream? Because you were talking about how, like, lithium cures depression or something like that, right? Make coffee. I don't know how to make coffee. I don't know how to do food. Whoa, senpai. Chocolate chip chilippuccino. Blended iced coffee, milk, chocolate sauce, cocoa powder. Oh no. Oh no. I'm gonna get fired. I have to pay rent. I want to go home. I don't want to go to work. I want to go home. Mr. Noid. They told you to avoid the Noid, but like, why? He's got funny ears. My locker. My phone. My key. Hello, sir. Would you like to get swooped? Did you say Chilla's Coffee? I have never been to one of these fancy places before. I feel uneasy. There's something strange about this place.
Awesome.
I'll take a sippy. My daughter seems to be a fan of this place, and now I'm here. However. Yippee! Yippee! Nightbot loves staying hydrated. Thank you, Clanky. I'll leave the drinks to you. I'd like to get 2 of them. Would you want a latte and a coffee? Oh, that'll be just fine. It's really uncomfortable here. However, how can you charge such a price for something like this? I have to sweep. You'll wait your turn, right? Thank you, Nightbot. Hands full. You have so many lids! What do I do with this? 1,600 Slim Jims in a row, you die. I think if you eat 1,600 of anything, you'll die. Imagine going... Imagine going to a coffee shop and you're like, oh, this is my first time here. Let me just get a couple coffees. Immediately after the person takes your order, they just grab as many lids as they can. As many lids as they can carry, and then they just walk over to the truck. Fear Luna Raid, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Hello, 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 hello.
Zing, zing, zing!
I'm crying from the imagery of... I hope you did such a Splatoon today. I'm crying from the imagery of what if you're just an old man at a coffee shop and all you want is some coffee. You just want to try this coffee that your daughter's into. You just want to bond. And the person behind the counter is like, I'm the only one here. This place is empty. You feel uncomfortable. Everybody's awkward. They just grab a bunch of cup lids, as many as they can carry. More than is possible to even fit in your hands. Like 30 of these guys. And then they just go over to the trash can and they just throw them out one at a time. Paul Splart, Paul Splart, Paul Blart, Paul Spart Blart,
Wow.
Doll Spart, Paul Splart Splar, Ball Start. You committed war? Let's go. Did you win it? Did you do a big violence and prove your Squid Nation proud? You wanted ice, right? I think you wanted ice. Did such a heckin' violence? Hell yeah. Prayed to Shamura and you won. Is that like Shamu the whale? And Ra the sun? Or is it just somebody else entirely? You're having Tim flashbacks. Okay. Latte, coffee and steamed milk, and then just coffee. So I need like orders. Ball, pole blurp, ball blurp, bowl, toe parp, parp blurp. Bull, start smart. Chirp chirp. Bear with me, sir. This is my first day. Oh god, how do I make a coffee? Shimura is war god of Cult of the Lamb. Oh, were you playing Cult of the Lamb? I was so caught up in the joy of throwing cups away that I just... oh wait, no, you were doing also Splatoon. I played Cult of the Lamb and had a great time and immediately forgot everything from it. Which one was Shimura? Spider God? Spider God, okay. Who was Korn? I only remember Leshy because Leshy's also in, Inscription. It's your current hyperfixation. It's a pretty good one to have. Like, it's a very fun game. All the characters real cute. It's very good and fun to play. I need to go watch. Sir, wait right here. I have to go watch instructions on how to make your drink. Inscription's super, 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 super fun. Current fixation is free smileyfaces.d. Okay, so we got our drinks. We have to get a hot cup, put it there, and then if we want milk, we put it in the Wurble, and it makes it hot milk, maybe? And then we put that in there, and then it's an ordered item. Still need to play Inscription. You enjoyed Pony Island. Pony Island is pretty good. I forget they're by the same people, huh? Didn't like the video segments they took away from it. I don't even remember the video segments. All I remember about playing Inscription is there's a part where you're supposed to be online for it, and I was playing Inscription when my power went out, so I didn't have internet. And so I feel like a little bit of the magic got lost. The website was taken down, but there's an archived version. Is German for I need a hot cup. 1 coffee. I need a lid. Here's one of them. Wait. Coffee. Everybody go click that link, by the way. Go to www.fearluna and then watch the videos and laugh at the videos and love the videos and have a good time with the videos and think about the videos and feel the videos in your heart. But it was like, oh, those video segments at the like ARG stuff at the end. Yeah, those felt pointless. Those didn't really need to be there. Is that not? I'm putting coffee in. Where's the coffee going? Okay, we got one. And now I put this in the coffee. I'm so lost. I have to watch the movie again. Yeah, the videos were meh. That was a small part of it. It's such a small part of it that I just completely forgot. Yeah, very underbaked. Very unnecessary. Okay, we got our tickets. We got our cup. We put the coffee in the cup. Get the milk. Put the pitcher. Use the milk in the pitcher. Then get the coffee, put it there. And then put the milk in the coffee. I have to put it on the working counter. Is that good? And then we put the hot lid cup on it. Yeah. Okay, here's one. You like the second act a lot and wanted more from it? Yeah, a lot. I know a lot of people complained about that, like, they liked the first part a lot and they got mad at the second part, but I really liked it. It was fun. It was all very fun is the thing. Can I... Oops, this one is coffee, 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 and steamed milk. This one's just coffee. Like the second act, but rebuilding your deck 3 times was a bit of a pain. See, that's where you went wrong. What you're supposed to do is just every time you get new cards, you do the auto deck build. You just say, build me a new deck, and then you play with it, and it's fun. I have got to throw out these items. Coffee plus steamed milk. And there we go. Oh. Take it. Take it. Can I give him the coffee, 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 steamed milk? Oh. Here you go, bud. You're not gonna pay? Sir? Sir? I worked hard to make you those. Yeah, he did a dine and dash. Restaurant doesn't need those. Hi, how can I help you? What's going on with your neck there? Did you hear on the news? I hear stalker cases are on the rise. It's scary. A woman like me, you see, I have to be careful. All the guys are always staring at me so. It's probably because of your horrible polygons. It's probably because whatever's going on with your chin. My night coffee is going night cold. You be careful too. Well, you don't have to worry as much as I do, but you should watch out either way. You don't have to worry though, you're ugly. A dark mocha chip chillicino, please. Dark mocha chip triple chim. We don't have that. Ice, coffee, milk, chocolate sauce, cocoa powder. Cold cup. Ice. Milk. Ice. Chocolate. Cocoa. Lid. Iced coffee, milk, chocolate, cocoa. That's a lid. Ice. This is so hard. Chocolate. Ice. Cocoa. Does it need milk? Milk. Yeah, like, it looks like it's empty. I don't know if that's because I messed up. She asked for dark chocolate. But, like, I don't have that. I just have chocolate. Are you gonna be mad at me because I don't have the chocolate you want? Got a stupid ad. Oh, she's staying in. Ads are dumb. I used to have a good ad blocker for Twitch, but it doesn't work anymore. Now I need to find a new ad blocker for Twitch. I don't. Oh, 2 of them, 3 of them, 4 of them. You guys middle schoolers? What do you want? A matcha cake, please. Stop pushing me. A salted caramel mocha. Then I'll have a matcha chillipuccino. You always can't finish your drink, so let's share, man. Sure, let's do that. If I could turn off ads, I would. You know they're from Yandere High? Are they? I mean, they're just classics of middle schoolers wearing their uniforms. Leaning slightly too far backwards. 1 pumpkin cake. I think I'll have something to eat too. You can order first. I'll have hot cocoa. Hot cocoa, are you serious? I don't have any money right now. You should have said that first. Come on, I'll buy. Do I have to remember their order? They're gonna give me the tickets, right? Just say it, he's got money. No, it's not like that, but really anything is fine. Really, I want a white mocha. Any food? No, just the drink. Yandere div type of male character design. Stereotypical middle schooler. Let's order some food. But, okay. American waffles. It's like being that one student that has no friends. You have to eavesdrop on everyone's conversations. I wish I didn't eavesdrop. I wish I could turn off my ears. Anytime anybody says things in my vicinity, my brain's like, ooh, a podcast for me? It's not a podcast, it's just people. Waffles. Hey, where are you looking at? Did you hear that noise? Noise? What noise? I didn't hear it either. It's probably nothing. It's probably just the wind. Must be your imagination. Happens from time to time. Ha! Not like that because you don't like people, so you don't hang around anybody. I mean, like, sometimes if you're just in a place, there will be people there. Like if you're at work or school or anywhere in public. Sis, I've made up my mind. An apple pie. Will that be all? Yes, that's all. Shit. Fuck. That's a lot of things. I wasn't paying attention. It's not this one because they do want the... It's either this one or this one. Did they ask for a salted caramel mocha? They definitely wanted the white mocha, so I think it's this one. Wow. Can't believe you remembered all that. We'll be waiting. If you're in the zone, words will go through your ear and out the other. If I'm anywhere, like if somebody is talking directly to me, y'all are gonna have to wait for like a hot minute. It's very easy for me to not hear anything they're saying, but if somebody is talking around me, my brain is like, you have to listen to this now. What makes it terrible is if somebody is talking to me, my brain will prioritize whatever conversations aren't happening at me. So like, I'll be at work and people will like come ask me a question, but then like somebody's talking on the phone a couple desks over, and then my brain's like, I need to hear this phone conversation, please. And I'm like, no, I really don't. It's not important. You should be listening to the words the person next to you are saying. Oh. Wait. Wait, oh no, they're here. We're good. Let's take these one at a time. Matcha chilappuccino. It's like your mother's having a talk with you just regularly. You can't seem to remember the words, but your mother says something to your sister, you know all of it. Yeah, it's like... I don't know what it is about brain. So do I put no, here we go. Ice, milk, matcha, whipped cream. Cool.
Oh no!
There's no coffee in there. Whoop! Whoop! Ice. Milk. Matcha. Ice milk matcha. How do I get whipped cream? Math teacher is teaching you math when she's talking to others. Your brain activates. You need to sneak around to figure out what they're talking about. Like, you don't even need to sneak. Your brain just listens to it. How do I get whipped cream? Do I... Oh, here's whipped cream. Cool. Perfect. Nailed it. Literally 1984 can't prime sub on birthday. Crimes, tragedy, crimes. Did you know? Violet, did you know? You have the same birthday as my Neopet. You have the exact same birthday as my Corbat on neopets.com. You want to know something wild and insane? If you're under 18 years old, my Neopet is older than you. My Neopet turns 18 today. He can vote. He can smoke. He can drive a car. You think you're crazy because sometimes you think your dog actually knows what you're saying? Dogs are smart. Happy birthday, Neopet. That's not Ox. What was Ox? What was Ox? Oh, there's Ox. Neopet is older than you by 2 years. I have a Neopet that's older than you. Where's their next order? That's so wild to me. That's insane to me. I don't like thinking about that. Matcha chiffon cake. We can get that. That would be you. Put you in a bag. Is Ify not on the wall anymore? Oh, the projector. Listening in the background, you laughed at the Neopet being able to smoke. I gotta get my guy a cigarette. I don't need to put a lid on that. Prime subscription not available yet. Explode? Can I? Hold on. There we go. Happy birthday. Too late. Gotcha.
Ify gifted a tier 1
Also, yeah,
cent to
her.
Violet Efriel.
Violet Efriel. Happy birthday, Violet. I hope you get 1,000,000 presents. How do I... White mocha. Got Super Paper Mario and Bokita art. Is that Bochi stuff? Is that one of them Bochi ships? I really want to play Wonder, but I don't have enough time to play video games. Bochikita ship art real. Let's go. Coffee, steamed milk, white chocolate sauce. Got it. I can do that. 1 hot. Coffee. Milk. White chocolate. Hot lid. Frozen coffee. That was a hot one. Hotcoffee.com. It's me saying I got this test 5 minutes later. No, I have to cheat. You don't need to know the answers on a test to be able to be good at taking tests. You just need to know which, you just need to know how to guess multiple choice real good. Oh, that is really cute. Hold on. Let me just save this image. Actually, can I screenshot this so that we can source them? There's no one competent working this. Oh, you were ordering. Well, you're gonna have to wait. I have to get these middle schoolers like 500 items first, and I'm taking my sweet time. Been cheating on your test for a long time because you forgot to study, and then when she says, "Oh guys, we have a test today," you're like, "Oh no, I have a test about to pull up my answers." The thing about cheating on tests is, I'm not gonna say you shouldn't do it, but like, it doesn't really help anything. It doesn't do you any good. I mean, I guess it does you a good grade, which is good. But it's more risk than reward. Yeah, assess the risk. More risk than reward. There's different kinds of cheating. There's like a cheating on a thing where it's like you are at home and you are taking a quiz in the browser and you were just Googling the answers as you go. Fine, easy, so good. So like multiple choice, great, wonderful, goodcheating.com. There's cheating that's just like plagiarizing an essay. So like, that's bad. That's gonna get you caught and in trouble. You had cops come and talk to your high school teacher about cheating? Okay, you're not gonna get arrested for cheating. You might get like, I think worst case you could get kicked out of school depending on how bad the cheating is and what like the strict level of cheating. Like if, I'm talking like if you're in college and you plagiarize every essay forever and it's like they don't catch you until later, but yeah, college credit course. College, it feels like the risks are more, but honestly cheating in like not college and like high school and stuff, you're probably gonna get detention. You're probably gonna get, they're gonna call your parents. You might have to retake the class. Some dumbass kid left an entire answer key on the floor in another class. Idiot. One time you cheated on your map tests. Like, end up failing a lot of the time without even getting caught. Like, how do you cheat on maps? Well, you have a copy of the maps. Tests were in a browser? Like, why did you have an answer key? Put that on your computer. Yeah. Google search the questions, fool. It's so easy to cheat in the present. I've been trying to get this Bochi image on screen. As your overall test for one. Do you get a test every week? Isn't that just a quiz? Image. Bokita. The only time I actually remember cheating in school was, I was real little. I want to say like third grade. Oh, the most important test of the whole year. It goes on for like a week. Like what, like finals? Midterms? When I was in like third grade, I had a geography. Was it it might have been a spelling test, but I wrote, like, I had a binder, like those, like a school binder. You know how they have like the plastic covers where you could slip in a piece of paper or whatever. I just wrote the answers, like, I put the pen cap on the pen and then wrote with the capped pen on the binder really hard so that there would be like an indentation of how to spell words or whatever the country state names were or whatever. That's the only time I ever remember cheating. I remember being accused of cheating by like classmates in 4th grade. But no, I didn't do that. Someone acknowledge your dumb joke. Hold on, I want to see your dumb joke. But I can't, I'm trapped. I can't scroll up in the chat. Hold on. Hold on. I have to close this window. There they are. There's the girls. I never cheated, I swears it. Me cheating on the personality test. God. You know, though, that, you know, like how they have those U quizzes that are like, which, I don't know, like High School Musical character, thank you. Which High School Musical character are you? And why was that the first one I went to? Like, which Pokemon are you? Take this personality quiz. And then people, like, take it and they get an answer they don't like, so they go back through and redo their answers. I think that's how you cheat on a personality quiz. Usually have to cheat on every single one. You probably shouldn't cheat. Here's the thing, here's the problem with cheating. Here's the problem with cheating, and it's the problem that your teachers probably tell you, and it sounds dumb and fake, but it's actually true. If you cheat and don't study, you're gonna have a really hard time later on. I think part of the reason why I got so lost in math so fast is because whenever I got to like trigonometry, trig was okay for a bit. Whenever it got to the graphing part of trigonometry, I see square moments, rectangle, I was starting to lose sight of it, and so instead of actually learning how to do the things, those ones I'm just like, we're just gonna go get the answers from the back of the book for most of the homework, because I don't want to actually learn it, and then barely scrape through the tests, and then that means the next math class you have to take is gonna be harder because you don't have whatever fundamentals you just learned in that class. BuzzFeed quizzes were the shit back in the day. Which Bochi are you? Whenever someone asks you what your personality is, you lie because you're ashamed of your real personality. Never be ashamed. Being ashamed is overrated. What is this? Pumpkin cake. Cool. That was these ones. People are always so... Oh, that was the Yoda death sound. I was like, what went wrong with that? No. People are always afraid to be cringe, but, why? Do you hate fun? Truly get to know you talk about death a lot, and a lot of people are scared of you. Sounds like, skill issue. One of my favorite classes I took in high school was thanatology, which was the study of death and dying. And the teacher was just straight up a comedian. It was a very fun class. You're always bad at math, even when you study. You're too scared to cheat on the math because you felt the teacher would know. It's very hard to cheat on math because there is a right answer. I was really good at math when it was like up until trigonometry. I was really good at math. And I mostly got in trouble for not showing my work. Because, like, there were definitely... I hated that they made you, like, write out every single step, even though, like, okay, come on, you can do this one in your head. You can do this, like, these 3 steps in your head. You don't have to write out, like... some of these, like, simplification whatevers. If you went to a coffee shop and the only word talk to themselves in the corner about cheating on tests, I am giving advice to these middle schoolers. Hey, Takefuda and Stumples and Takeshi and Shinobu, listen to me. Don't cheat on your midterms. Salted caramel mocha. Teacher makes a lot of jokes about dead babies. Did you give him a really mean glare because you have a dead baby brother? I was about to make a bad joke and I stopped myself. I don't know. Dead baby jokes were never funny to me. That was the one thing that, like, in elementary school, those, like, you got the 10-year-olds watching South Park and they think they're the funniest thing ever, and, like, they just start dropping the dead baby jokes, and the, like, racism jokes, and you're like, okay, you can do better than this. Does anybody, who here was in elementary, I was gonna say, who here was in elementary school recently? Who here remembers being in elementary school? Y'all are mostly younger than me. What is the, like, what is the things small kids find funny these days? Invader Zim was, like, lol random humor was the height of comedy when I was a child, so people loved to be saying things like chicken and taco and cheese and just laughing about it. A fan of anti-jokes. Anti-jokes are good. Just like a no punchline joke. George the Pig started... I don't even know who George the Pig is. Yeah, they make you write every step so you don't forget them later for harder problems. It's good to Fundamental habits. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. And it probably is also anti-cheating to make sure you aren't just like copying down the answers for somewhere, but like scrape by in school because you're good at tests. Yeah, I don't remember most of the things that I learned in school, but I'm so good at test taking. Like, I can process of elimination. If there's multiple choice and there's 4 answers and 2 of them are similar, now you've narrowed it down to those 2. It's one of them. Doesn't matter what it's about. People make tests a certain way and you can kind of figure it out. Oh yeah, Skibidi Toilet. That's about, like, that feels like the kind of videos I was watching as a kid. You know, many small children. Mind games. I'm making a caramel something or other. YouTube poop. Yeah, Skibidi Toilet is just like I mean, I guess it is just like a Gmod video. Salted malka mocha. Salted caramel mocha. It's got a lot of ingredients. Coffee, milk, caramel, hazelnut, chocolate. Hot. I need the milk. No, not so. Wait, is it soy? No. Let me just throw away these entire cartons of milk. You did your student teaching. You made 2 answers similar, one that seemed way off, but the similar answers were often wrong. Oh, you foiled the learning of it. You did it smart ways. Not the best at figuring out answers. Like, sometimes you'll know the answer, you'll just pick a random answer because you think you don't know it. Okay, so you're just bad. You're just bad at taking tests. If you know the answer, you should pick the answer that you think it is. That's how tests are supposed to work, I think. Don't know why people are shitting on Skibidi. You haven't seen it, but it's just like the videos people... Yeah, like... I heard Skibidi Toilet was like a big thing, and like, people were freaking out about it, and they're like, oh, it's dumb. It's just like singing heads in toilets. And so I went and I watched the Skibidi, and I'm like, no, this tracks. This is video on the internet. Small boy that spends time at your house watches Lanky Box? And YouTube shorts, but they're very monotonous, yelling about bland stuff vids. The other smalls swear at the dog? Swearing at the dog as a child is actually funny. It's very funny to be a child and saying curse words. Especially if the curse words are at a dog and the dog doesn't understand them. Yeah, Five Nights at Freddy's and Poppy's Playtime. All or Nothing, 50 question tests where every single answer is all one letter except for one question. People have been, like, dreaming up that as the, way to mess with people for the longest time. I got the steamed milk, right? There's caramel in it for sure. Did you say there's chocolate in it? Coffee, milk, caramel, hazelnut, and chocolate sauce. Wait, did I mess that up? I did. Into the trash you go. Good night. Good night, Pass. Hope you have a good dreams, good sleep, good brain, good morning, good breakfast, good afternoon, good evening. 49 answers for C, 1 for D. I think there's like 5,000 Skibidi Toilet variations. Yeah, I think it's like, it was one guy doing a series and then people just started like parodying it or making their own or whatever. Feel like you get it wrong because you got it right. You're used to getting wrong answers. Sometimes you have a colorblind teacher who puts green as red. Are you getting tested on? Are you in like 2nd grade? Are they telling you like what color is this? This is red. This is Oh god, I'm gonna fail the color test. Is this yellow? Tan? White? Brown? Brown? Red? Brown? Brown? Yeller. Parents have been encouraging the oldest two to swear. Wait, encouraging them to swear? At home and forcing the not at school thing. Yeah, it's, I think you should be able to swear in every casual setting. The reason why you're not supposed to swear at work and at, school and stuff is just because it's not professional. It's not polite. It's like, you don't fart in someone's face. You don't call them a fuckhead. But, like, I think you should be allowed to drop things and then go, ah, shit. You don't believe that Skibidi Toilet is actually popular among kids? I don't know what the age range is, but from what I've heard of, like, from people I know that teach, it is popular, at least among, like, middle schoolers. If he says fuckhead at HD, I can say it, I'm allowed. A colorblind teacher, and sometimes when you get a question wrong, she'll mark it as green instead of red? Is she on... I don't think I've ever had a teacher mark correct things with color. Oh, is this digital? Do they mark things digital now? If you say darn? Or is that a secret letter that's not there? Is it supposed to be like Delarn? Only know one child and she's one. Middle schoolers are children. This is true. I can have a little swear as a treat. I can have so many swears. Darn, censoring yourself. Delarn. I could say every curse. I'm allowed. Too many Skibidi Toilets, not enough free smiley faces. D. Eldest had some behavioral issues, eradicating themselves. Instantly start swearing at the dog, and eventually started calling his mom a whore. Don't call your mom a whore. That's a respectable profession. Elementary school was just like Game Boy and DS. My elementary school is way into Pokemon. Are kids still way into Pokemon? I think they are. I have like a little, he's probably like 10 now, neighbor. And he used to come up to my door and be like, check out this shiny Charizard I got from the pack, and now I'm gonna do a skateboard trick. Where are you meeting 1-year-olds? Don't understand why every person under 5th grade in elementary school, when a 5th grader touches the room of a door, everybody thinks they're like Darth Vader now? I don't even know what that paragraph means. Or I guess sentence. Darth Vader is a man who's got a funny breathing mask, and he goes like... And then he like does some... makes a thing that looks like a moon, but it's not a moon, and then he like flies around, and he used to be a guy named Anakin, and he goes like, yippee, builds some robots, mighty beans. I still have, does anybody in here know what a Crazy Bones is? I still have some Crazy Bones. Once you stole a Pokemon card because your sister traded a good card for a cute one, you're mad at the guy who traded it with her, and then your mom got mad that you stole it back? One time a neighbor stole my brother's Charizard. And so I think he stole their Clefable, and then they ended up giving the Charizard back, but I don't know if we ever gave them the Clefable back. Have to use voice chat? No! The threader touches the rim of a door on the top? Oh, like you jump and you touch the door? Is that what kids are into these days? All you could think of was rattle me bones. Don't rattle me bones. Remember Crazy Bones? I have some Crazy Bones. They were literally just like little plastic guys. I think you were supposed to be able to play with them like marbles, like you flick them at each other. But people would just like buy them and collect them. I think the modern equivalent are like whatever the little blind box guys you get now, like the LOLs or the like Uis or whatever they're called. Caramel syrup. And then I need some steamed milk. That's a wild thing to be impressed by, is just touching the top of a door. I understand the urge to touch the top of the door. I feel like all through elementary school, middle school, high school, people were like, we have to jump and hit the ceiling. We must. We have to jump and hit the things that are high up. If there's a sign, we jump and we hit it. If there's a door, we jump and we hit it. If there's a, light, we jump and we hit it. Because it's fun to do. It's a challenge. Almost time for Speep. Coffee, steamed milk, caramel syrup, hazelnut syrup, and chocolate sauce. Did I get the chocolate sauce? Was this supposed to be hot? It's hot. Into the trash we go. A lot of soy milk's in my pocket. Okay, one more again. Hot coffee. Caramel syrup, hazelnut syrup, chocolate sauce. Steamed milk. Coffee, milk, syrup, sauce. They never banned playing cards at your school, so you guess that's good. I don't think they ever banned it at my school. You get mad at you if you jumped and touched the door? You get a demerit. I feel like they must have banned something at my school, but I cannot remember what it is. These guys are so patient. First pair of Heelys, Minecraft axolotl theme. That actually does sound very cool. Do they make Heelys for adults? Are they any good? I don't think I've ever owned a pair of Heelys in my life. Now I can get an American waffle. Cards like playing cards were banned? Wait, playing cards were banned, but not like Pokemon cards or Yu-Gi-Oh cards, or just all cards? You went on to read tarot for the kids who had like $1 to pay you. Everybody should run a business in elementary school. You're 23, your feet are adult size. Listen, feet can be all sizes. I have, I'm tall, so I have decently large feet, so it's hard to find fancy fun shoes in my size. I have a mighty need for Heelys. Sold paper crafts. I ran 2 school businesses. The first was stuffed animals, American apple pie. I would hand make some like really garbage felt stuffed animals and sell them for $1.50. And then I would sell oh, that's all of them. Thank you. Goodbye. I would sell, leftover candy. Your hairdresser has child-sized feet and she gets kid shoes because they cheap. Oh man, they are, aren't they? Because you're supposed to grow out of those mad lads in like a year. Had a business where you told kids their future, you'd never be accurate, and scammed a lot of kids $1.25. Listen, they're paying for the service, not for the... What can I get ya? Which is better, Mighty Bean or Crazy Bone? I was partial to Crazy Bones. I like the designs better. I have a single Mighty Bean. I know exactly where it is. It's the one that looks like a cobra. I have multiple Crazy Bones. You have SpongeBob Heelys? Minecraft Heelys, hold on. Y'all got Heelys in my size? Oh, you do? I want to subscribe. I don't want to do... Those are really good Heelys. You had a Mighty Bean. I love that, like, I love the fact of just owning one Mighty Bean. Like, there's a whole thing that's, the whole point of it is it's supposed to be collectible, but you get one. Stop spamming kids once you hit 2nd grade, because a lot of kids were getting so scared to get in a car because you told them they were going to die in a car accident. That, I mean, yeah. You would think, though, I guess you don't have a lot of thinking power in 2nd grade. Like, you would think that you should know better when your classmates are lying to you, but also as you grow up, there's a point where you're like, I don't know how to differentiate lies from the truth. What did this man even order? Did you talk to me? Did you say words at me? You want a latte? I think I know how to make that. It's just this, right? There you go, bud. Hey, I'm a private investigator. The reason you like blind boxes and collectible stuff is your parents never got you the collectible things as a child. My parents would buy us, like, Pokemon cards. I don't remember how we got the Crazy Bones. They must have purchased them for us, but, like, my parents were definitely not big on buying us, like, gimmick things. Like, we never got anything from the gift stores, the museums, or, like, very, very rarely. A school of, like, 100 kids total. Oh, small school. The cards say you're having trouble with someone in your life because you already knew. So you didn't even need to scam. You could just figure it out. Crazy Bones or Furby? I had a Furby. I like that lad. I was convinced that he could actually learn how to speak, and I tried very hard to teach him bad words. I like the new designs of the Furbies with, like, the glowing eyes. Funniest thing, you told a kid to never touch water again because they would disintegrate, and went on for the month until their mother told them it wasn't true. You'd think that you drink a glass of water and you'd learn that that's not true. This image of Mighty Beans X Fortnite? They're not allowed to exist in the same time. Those aren't what? Huh? Evil baby Ivy teaching sentient being curse words. I was trying to teach Furby how to say fuck so badly. Mighty Beans can't still be real. They were, like, not even rude. They were not even popular when I was a child. Did they get more popular later? Kept convincing his water to keep giving him soda. He wouldn't want to disintegrate. Soda's got water in it. How do you think they made it a liquid? They're also very short Mighty Beans. Mighty Beans were teeny tiny, right? The one I have is, like, I don't know anything that I can compare the size to. For 2nd graders, you didn't know that? Put this on stream instantly? This is gonna get me in trouble. Oh, is this the one that says, like, you're gay and I can play the guitar? I can't hear it.
Hey, you're just mad that because I'll be able to do something with my fucking guitar hands that you'll never be able to achieve in your entire life, kid. So yeah, you're gay.
I forgot Bochi has a dub. I forgot anime's allowed to be in English. My first thought was, like, is this this sounds off. Is this an AI voice? No, it's just... it's just... Boy, Bochi's dubless? Really? I guess that was just fan voice. Had one of the longer ones? They have longer Mighty Beans? 1 minute until board day ends. I've got 3 whole hours till midnight. This is the ultimate version of that? Oh, yeah, yeah. This is the original, right? Where's an egg? Oh, we can play that.
Hey, you're just mad because I'll be able to do something with my fucking guitar in hand that you'll never be able to achieve in your entire life, kid. So yeah, you're gay.
You got the secret word. Yippee! Kept screaming every word because you're Tamagotchi. Do Tamagotchis talk now? Yippee! I don't even think Tamagotchis can learn. We have to play Where's an Egg. We have to play Where's an Egg. Ba ba boo ba boo. Boo. We're gonna... Somebody's probably waiting for me to take their order. Ooh. 2 egg. Wait. Fucking MIDI Mega Man. Which Yippee was it? There's like 4 Yippee sounds and it plays at random. There is a Picross command. Oh no, there's only Picross channel point. Boop 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 boop. We got the egg. Oh wait, that's the original one? Oh, the original Mighty Beans. Oh, they are short Mighty Beans. I have like slightly longer. Hold on, we gotta do one more Where's an Egg. Shortbeans.com. The Tamagotchi when you're in first grade thought it would follow every word you said and got grounded because it was screaming every curse word at the top of your lungs. Like, they never advertised that Tamagotchis could understand you, right? There's just some buttons that you press. You have bedtime story points? Jarvis, bring back the old Mighty Beans. Let me see if I can find the exact Mighty Bean I have. Hold on. This is the Mighty Bean I have. It's a Cobra. I don't remember where I got it. I think I might have found it. Might have found it in the ground. Should you redeem bedtime story now or later? The choice is yours. Nobody knows egg. Redeem in 2 minutes so you can get melatonin and drink eggnog. Isn't it early for eggnog? That's a Christmas drinks, isn't it? Do you think there's Mighty Beans fan fiction? Almost certainly, if not just for jest. Someone knew egg. We found one person who knew egg. Wait, it's in TikTok Shorts, but you can send the link to the original? Oh, wait, the original what one? Is it the Guitar Man? The like, you're just mad because I'm gonna do something with my guitar you've never done in your entire life. I'm pretty sure that video predates TikTok, right? You spot anything suspicious around the area? I forgot this man's was a detective. No! Oh, the original Yippee. Wait, so which Yippee? There's Mario Yippee. Yippee! There's German Boy Yippee. Yippee! There's Leela Yippee. Yippee! And there's Anakin Yippee. Eggnog. In system. German Boy Yippee. Yeah, that one is drinking Fortnite and cola. That one's definitely all over the internet. And drink a cola and play Fortnite. What could be better than this? German boy. Now this is... It's a really good yippee.
Gott, Leute! Meine Mama hat mir einfach erlaubt, dass ich Cola trinken darf. Wie cool ist das bitte? Jetzt zocke ich Fortnite und trinke Cola. Yippie! Yippie! Yippie!
Yeah, gotta be before then because Xbox 360. Xbox 360 was dead before TikTok existed, right? Is there a new... There's the Xbone. Okay. I was like, what Xbox came after the 360? There have been numerous reports of people getting harassed. I was wondering if you've seen anything in the store. I saw 4 middle schoolers, 1 lady, 1 dad. There's been... Oh, there was a bedtime story. Okay, do you have any requests for what's... I need to make a sound. I need to make like a sound and an image that plays for that one and the song time. It's a quarter of your points. No! No request? All right. Violet, it's your birthday. Do you have a request? Redeem Picross? Otherwise, we can just go back to that bedtime stories for kids. And find something to read. We can go to Storyberries. Do you guys want to read The Dark is Friendly? Or Alex's Super Medicine? A Skinny Pumpkin sounds appropriate. Zombie Town, hold on. Me and My Ghost? Midnight and the Spider. Let's check out Zombie Town. Does my Neopet have a request? Ecto Betty would like to read Zombie Town. Can we listen to a murder podcast so we can laugh at the person that died? Nah. I don't like murder podcasts. I like funny podcasts. I like podcasts with cool space stories. I like podcasts with jokes and learning, but mostly jokes. The following story contains references and descriptions of zombies, as well as situations that may scare some young readers. Adult readers may wish to review the story prior to reading it to their child, if they know them to be sensitive to this kind of violence. Yeah, content warning. Zombies. Mario 64 A button challenge, 0xA challenge. Zombie Town. Ooh. Explode. I do have a splode command, but I think it only works for me. One of those girls that are scared of horror movies, but not scared of the real people out there that will murder you because you think it's funny. I'm not scared of either because horror movies can't get you. And the real people that murder tend to be either people you know or like serial killers. I'd probably be pretty easy to kill. You could poison me so easily. Just give me like a food, I'll eat it. Lomo Raid! Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Hello, 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 hello. You're just in time, you're just in time. We're about to read a mid-stream bedtime story. It would be so easy to kill me. Did you have fun not playing any more Bay? Did you just do replays the rest of the night, or did you like go do any turf? Wondering why there wasn't coffee. You understand this so easily. Here's the coffee. This man's a private investigator. He's saying ... but he's waiting very patiently while we read a bedtime story. Best friend who murdered her other best friend as a child. Was it the Slender Man story? That was a thing that happened. Not Slender Man murdering, but like a girl killing her friend because it was a sacrifice to not Spider-Man. Don't sacrifice your friends to Spider-Man. Maybe Slenderman. Hi, Coffee. You had so much fun not playing Bay. This would be this rotation's still going tomorrow, right? I can only play Splatoon on Tuesdays and Thursdays, which would mean that if I played this rotation, it would have to be day 2 starting from 40 VP, and I think I'm not gonna do that. Can we meet your Neopet one day? We could meet my Neopet today if you'd like. Oh, Lord, it was Bay. Just listening to this Zombie Town. Yeah, content warning for Raiders. We're about to read Storyberry's Stories for Kids, Zombie Town. Elroy is scared of most things, especially going on a school camping trip, but that's not counting the zombies. Day 2, Day 2, Bay 2, no 2. Don't push your best friend away because she's a fan page and she's in love with Spider-Man. Sacrifice you so you can see Spider-Man. Maybe Spider-Man deserves sacrifices. He works so hard to protect New York City. They look like Mighty Beans. They do look like Mighty Beans. Hold on a second. Everybody, first of all, everybody say happy birthday to Violet. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. You are officially older. Happy birthday to you. And now my head exploded. And now we're gonna go say hi to my Neopet whose birthday it also is. My Neopet who is turning 18 years old today. I have 2-factor authentication on my Neopets account, so I have to type in this code real quick. Oh, shit! I didn't know Neopets gave you cupcakes on your pet's birthday? When did that happen? Oh, wait, hold on, Luna. Wait, hold on. First of all, I'm gonna refund you for that because I did just explode immediately after. But also, you can just unsplode for free. You can just unsplode for free. Hold on. While we are doing these, let me give you those points back. Yeah, while we are doing these explode. I forgot you can unsplode me while I'm already. Did that not do a nya? My nya command is broken. We're gonna fix that later. But nyan, nyan. It is Ectobatty's birthday. Look at this lad. Look at him. 23rd of October, year 7, birthday. 6,574 days old. That's 18 years. This boy can vote. This boy can smoke. This boy can... What else can you do at 18? You can't drink yet. That's 21. Nyan. Yeah, you can nya free for typing it. Happy birthday, bud. Wait, is it your... Did I give you this pet the day you were born? No, you got it like a couple weeks later. Who's he voting for? Whoever's least likely to do more. Whoever's the lesser of two evils. Anybody in chat who's under 18, my Neopet is older than you. How does this feel? How does this feel? Also, everybody go follow Lummo. Go to www.clickthatlink.com and follow Lummo Phoenix, and you're gonna learn about rats, and you're gonna learn about Wapo, and you're gonna learn about Slamlim and Run, or perhaps even an Ace Attorney sometimes. He's a ghost. He is a ghost. The reason, here's the Neopets lore for you. 2005, baby. Oh yeah, it's, I think I even put down here, yeah, October 23rd, 2005. Wild. Yeah, Wapo is also here. No! Wapo! Wapo! Imagine being younger than a fucking Neopet. For some people, this is reality. Birthday was the 11th this month. Happy birthday, happy post-birthday. October seems like a pretty decent month to have a birthday in. It's a good time, I think. Did you hear about why you didn't want to be sacrificed for Spider-Man? I assume it's because you didn't want to die. I did miss some things in the chat, I think. Oh, so your friend can kidnap him and then force him to marry her? I don't think your friend is capable of kidnapping Spider-Man. I'm pretty sure Spider-Man's been kidnapped before, but something tells me your friend does not have the technology or strength to kidnap a dude who's got, like, spider powers. He's got the Spidey sense. He can feel it coming. Into the mall on the 22nd to play Mario Wonder demo and get the Bochi manga, Books a Million. Let's go. Isn't 2005 kind of late for a Neopet? Oh yeah, back to the Neopets lore. So, Ectobaddy is the ghost of, not my first Neopet, but like, my first like serious account on Neopets. I had a mutant Corbat named Dark Batty. And that account got frozen, and so my pets all died, so I had to reincarnate him as a ghost. And that is why Ectobaddy is there. I think I still have a couple accounts that are like 22 years old. I don't know if I can access them still. I don't remember the passwords or the birthdays. I could probably figure out a way to get into them, but... Yeah, 2000... I want to say 2002 or 2003 is when I really started like getting into Neopets. What year was Webkins? Webkins was like, I never had a Webkins. Webkins was slightly after my time. Yippee! Yippee! All right. Let's read some zombies. This story has been read 91,608 times. I wasn't always like this. Like what, you ask? I guess so. What? I guess so. Brave. It was this crazy thing that happened that changed everything for me. I'm a little different now. Let me tell you about it. But I'll have to start from the beginning. Can you tell me the website where you can get a Neopet? Well, check this out. You're never gonna guess. Neopets.com. This bedtime story, we need night mode? Oh, can I do that? How do I do that? I don't have like an extension or anything. I guess you're just gonna have to suffer in light mode. Any tips for fighting birds? Like in real life? You're bigger than them, so probably, you know, I'm assuming you might not be bigger than a bird. You might be like an Amelie situation. Amelie isn't actually small, is she? That's just a Mabimbambit. You might be like a Thumbelina or like a Tiny Tim. You might have one of those situations going on. So maybe birds are bigger than you, but generally, like, just smack them. I wouldn't recommend it. Birds don't deserve to be smacked, but they can be. I know for like geese and swans, if one is attacking you, you're supposed to grab them by the neck because they have a lot of strong neck muscles, and you just like pick them up and you yeet them. Yippee! Are you an owl trying to fight against a horde of birds? Back in a second once you get a Neopet. Let's go. Neopets is finally getting good again. Should go to bed unless someone redeems Picross. Telling you to grab geese by the neck. I read it on the internet and I didn't fact check it, so it must be true. But I read that if you're being attacked by a vicious goose or swan or equivalent, you grab its neck because that gets the bitey bits away from you. Can't bite you if you're grabbing its neck. And then its neck has strong muscles, so it won't actually do damage to it. And then you can just like pick it up and just like swing it. Just like chuck it. And then it's more likely to like leave because now it's got distance and it just got picked up and thrown by the neck. And it's less likely to hurt it because, again, the neck muscles are there. Like if you grab a bird by other parts, birds are little delicate boys, so don't do it. Good night, older edition. Congratulations on birthday. Congratulations on old. I hope you get to eat good cake. Yeah, exactly. Mario 64, that guy. Do like did to a Bowser and swing him around in a circle and then just chuck him. Don't use mace on a goose. It makes them angrier. Does spicy affect goose? Is mace even spicy? I used to be scared of a lot of things. If there was a scary movie on TV, I'd cover my eyes and ask Mum to change the channel. If it was Halloween, which it almost is, I used to pretend that I'd hurt my legs so I wouldn't have to walk around the neighborhood and dress up with the other kids. You fool passing up on free candy. The sight of seeing all those crazy dress-up outfits as the sun went down and the sky grew dark, it gave me the heebie-jeebies. It's not that I thought they were real monsters. It's more that sometimes my mind played tricks on me, and I thought, what if there were monsters out that night? And I just thought they were some dressed-up kids. Well, what would happen then? Well, the monsters would just be getting their free candy like they do every Halloween. Sometimes it felt like I just couldn't stop thinking. I was scared of putting the bins out at night and bad diseases, and sometimes, in bed, I was even scared of the shadow my cupboard made against the wall. I knew there was probably nothing there or nothing in real life that should make me feel like that, but my heart would beat fast and I would imagine things. Just couldn't help it. Birds can't taste hot, but can they feel the hot of the mace in their eyes? Saddest thing is it's so hard to make friends. You can only get a relationship when you're near someone, like you're close to them and like a relationship type. I think that's how friendship works. The secret to making friends is just be nice. Just be nice to people. Be nice and kind to people. People don't want to hang out with someone who's mean to them. You don't have to like go out of your way to bend over backwards for them. Oh, like you're not able to fall in love? Well, that's different than making friends. That's just being demi-romantic. That's different than... That's just different than having friends. Mom and Dad knew all about it, but they were pretty good to me. They thought they would make me feel better by saying, "Don't worry, Elroy, your imagination is worse than real life ever is." I knew it was, but it didn't help. Anyway, Mom and Dad knew how I felt and didn't push me into doing anything I didn't want to do. But one day, that all changed. It changed when my school sent me home with a note that our class was going away on a school camping trip. Just be nice is such a low bar, you'll be tripping on it, but people still somehow limbo under that biatch. Yeah! Like, literally, just like, don't insult people. Like, listen to them at least a little bit. Be just like generally courteous. Don't yell at people. Embrace your inner personality to talking about murder and scared to get to murder them. See, that's the thing is like people, you can talk about murder and not be a murderer. If you're telling people you're gonna murder them, well then that would be why they wouldn't want to hang out with you, because they're like, why is this person talking about murdering me? I don't want to do that. I'm not being repaired. You can't lie to me, Sounds. Even if they don't think you're gonna murder them, it still feels weird to have somebody be like, oh, watch out, I might murder you. Just like all these murderers I listen about. But if you're just talking about murders, be like, yo, did you hear about that one murder on the podcast where the guy did a backflip with a knife and then landed on a guy on purpose and he backflip knifed him? That was cool. I hope a murder like that happened. I'm sad that I said that sentence out loud. I don't hope a murder like that happened, but if one did happen like that, it would be wild and wacky. It's not your fault. You have a really dark sense of humor. I mean... There's a difference between being a fan of true crime and wanting to be the star of the said true crime. Because here's the other thing is like, you can have a dark sense of humor, but like, I don't know, there's a sort of like, you gotta feel the vibes a little bit. Like you were mentioning about how your teacher was making dead baby jokes, which again is wild for a teacher to be doing. Some people think that's funny. I think they're wrong, but some people do think that's funny. But that's kind of like, it's like two sides of the same coin. That's your teacher's twisted dark sense. I don't think a teacher should be telling dead baby jokes. I think, or at least not in school. That's wild. You'll find just about anything fun. Did you say dead baby jokes? Yeah, those ones aren't... See, I don't like the jokes where the whole punchline is like... Oh, I exploded again. Where the whole punchline is just like... Ha 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 ha. it's so funny that it's so evil that it's funny. Like, it does feel a little try-hard. Lost your little cousin in a park and went to find him. And you're called Jeffrey Dahmer and he's gonna come eat you and you're never allowed to watch her again. Does your little cousin even know who Jeffrey Dahmer is? Like, see, that's the thing. Is like, you can think that's funny, but that doesn't mean you have to say it. It doesn't mean you have to say it to somebody. The thing about being, like, it doesn't matter what what jokes you personally like. The point is, you shouldn't, like, force things on other people that they don't like. So, like, you can talk about murderers and murders and killing and all that. But if the person you're talking to is uncomfortable with it, then that's when you go find a different topic that you can both enjoy. And if you can't, then you just go talk to somebody else. Taught her about cannibals and murders that are famous. She's just like me now. There you go. Put a really bad 2001 image graphic and the text is like, why did the why did the I like deep fried memes. I like the, like, completely nonsensical abstract memes. Wait, is this story set in Australia? It changed when my school sent me home with a note that our class was going away on our school camping trip. I wasn't ecstatic about it. I guess because I was going to be sleeping outside, in the dark, in tents. Plus, it was in the bush. Here's something I haven't told you yet. I live in Australia. Have you ever been to Australia? It has a reputation for being kind of one of the scariest places in the world. Is Australia the scariest place in the world? I know it has dangerous, like, wildlife. There are all sorts of things in the bush in Australia. All sorts of things that can kill you. Spiders, for one thing. Snakes, for another. I even heard of kangaroos and possums breaking into people's beds in the evening looking for food. Now, hold on. Australian possums are adorable. Feel the need to talk about murder, you go to and you talk about murder for hours on end. There you go, you got somebody to talk about murder for. Love late 90s, early 2000s graphics. Possums are good. Kangaroos can kick you real hard, and that's not good. That was one thing I didn't want to imagine. Waking up to see a big, whiskery face staring at me in the middle of the night, with no one to hear me scream. Everybody will hear you scream. You will wake them up. Or worse still, everyone in my class. No thanks. So I said to my mom and dad that I didn't want to go camping. I'd rather stay at home and clean my room. I was telling them I'd clean my room that did it. I think I went too far than it was healthy for any kid. Dad looked concerned and put the note down, then sat on the edge of my bed. Sometimes. Why does Automod not, like, bite me? Imagine having to fist fight a kangaroo just to get to school every other day. You might die. Kangaroo's strong. Removing, we looked in your garbage can, you found a possum that was cute, so you wanted to go pet it, but your mom pulled you away and told you he was gonna bite me, but he told her you didn't care, so she told me I had rabies and it was going to kill me. I think possums actually, like, can't possums not carry rabies? That might be an urban myth. But also, like, you shouldn't pet wildlife because it will bite you and it'll not be fun. Automod hates bite me. It should be okay to say it now, I think. Because once it's permitted, it's permitted. Actually, maybe if you don't have the period there, it won't like it. Your uncle had a pet possum. They're just little guys, but you shouldn't bother wild animals. They're just minding their own business. Yeah. Some animals have a temperature that rabies doesn't usually survive in. That's what it was. Opossums carry it. I tried to pet a raccoon about a year ago when you got bit, but it was worth it because you got to pet it. But, like, there's other cool things you can pet. Something possum body temperature too low for rabies. Oh, possums and possums are different. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm assuming the people in chat are talking about... Wait. So the one on the right is the Australian possum, and the one on the left is the opossum. So opossums can carry it, but Australian possums can't? Is that the way it works, or is it flip-flopsies? Don't pet wild animals. As a marsupial, possums have a lower body temperature than most other mammals, so their bodies don't provide a suitable environment for the virus. It's possible for them to have rabies, but it's rare. Yes. Wait. We're not done reading Zombie Town. Sometimes the scariest things aren't so bad once you're doing them, said Dad. Your imagination can conjure up all sorts of things that are far worse than the reality. Nah, I said, I'm all right, thanks. But Mom and Dad didn't take my response as I'd hoped. They exchanged glances with each other, and Dad looked back at my face, examining it as though he could see something else in it than what I'd said. I felt my face go red, and then I looked away. After a big pause, he finally said, I think it's better if you go. But Dad, I said. I was shocked. They'd never forced me to do anything I didn't want to do before. It will be good for you, Mom said at the doorway. I don't want you to live your life being scared of things. You'll be supervised. Camping is fun. You'll make lots of friends. Yeah, opossums are the only marsupial native to North America, which sucks. We should get more marsupials. How come Australia's got bogarting all of them? Was The Conjuring all in the people's minds? I don't think I ever watched The Conjuring. There's a lot of movies I haven't watched. I'm not scared of anything, I replied, but I could hear my voice trembling. I was just so shocked that they would force me. I just think it would be boring, I added. But as Mom and Dad looked at me, their eyes grew soft, and even before Dad had reached out to bring me into a hug, I just knew that nothing I could say then would make them change their mind. Great, I thought, as he pulled me into his armpit. I'd made them sorry for me. There was no getting out of it now. Bogarting. Bogarting, it's like when you bogard the joint and you like don't pass the weeds or whatever, but they're bogarting all of the marsupials. They're keeping them all to themselves and they're not sharing. I'm gonna ask if your friends want to go to the real life Conjuring and bring a Luigi board. Ouija board. On the day of the camping trip, it was kind of gray and heavy. I could feel my backpack cutting into my shoulder blades. Get a better backpack. I kissed my little twin brothers on the tops of their heads before I left. For some stupid reason, I felt like I might never see them again. Mom said I was being dramatic, but I couldn't help it. The wet look of the rooftops that morning, the sharp smell of asphalt on the road, the call of a passing cow. It all felt ominous. Love the haunted Luigi video. This kid straight up has anxiety. Maybe this kid does need to go camping. But my brothers didn't notice a thing. They're only 3 years old, too young to be scared. That's not true at all. 3-year-olds can for sure be scared. They grinned and waved at me. One of them picked up the cat by its neck and made it wave to me too. Poor Goldie. She yowled, but she was used to their rough kind of love. And I thought, at least I'm not a cat stuck with my 2 little brothers. Maybe Mom and Dad were wrong. Maybe reality was worse than our imaginations. That's not the right takeaway from this. I straightened my back and left them then, ready to take on my fate like an adult would do. How old is Elroy? Is he like 10? I think the people who live in the Conjuring house specifically would like you to use a Luigi board in the house. Other stuff is okay there. A Luigi board only summons Luigi from Super Mario. That's the only kind of... It can only summon Italian ghosts. But my bravado faded quickly once our bus had pulled away from the school. On the bus, I didn't feel very good, so I didn't talk much to my friend Jake, but only let him laugh and make jokes with the other kids on the bus. What do you mean, let him? Alone with my worries, I pressed my head to the window and felt the vehicle rattle over every pothole in the road. Yeah, motion sickness. If you spawn an Italian ghost and then break pasta right in front of it, you're gonna die? Oh yeah, for sure. You're not supposed to break that pasta. You put that in the pot whole. Alone with my worries, I pressed my head to the window and felt the vehicle rattle over every pothole in the road. I could still see the heavy clouds piling one on top of the other in the corners of the sky. The camping ground was on the edge of a national park. All that nature should have been relaxing, but everything here now looked dark and foreign. When we pulled into the camping ground, Jake turned around and offered me a raisin from the packet his parents had packed in his lunchbox. Offer better snacks. No thanks, I said, trying to smile. More for me, he shrugged, and hit me on the arm, smiling. Jake was small and his dark eyes twinkled. He didn't understand being scared of things because he was always so happy. You say goodbye to me because you're going to the Conjuring house with some pasta and breaking it right in front of an Italian ghost. Rest in peace. Yeah, if not from the ghost, the nearest living Italian will sense it and immediately teleport behind you. They'll come running at full speed. Zing, 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 ba! I gazed around me as we stepped off the bus and tried to see the area with normal eyes. Like Jake would. When I looked at the camping ground like that, I could almost convince myself that it was all perfectly ordinary. I could see there was a big barbecue area where everyone would eat together. Next to it was some toilet cubicles. Porta potties? Outhouses? Public restrooms? You're also going to dress up as Mario. You need the ghost for your costume. You need to be Mario and Luigi, so you get the Luigi ghost. Investigating, I saw there were tall lockers lining the walls with some showers at the end. Coming back out again, all I could see was a line of trees gently over a smooth hill and a river we could swim in. Everything was quiet. All of the birds must have been sleeping or flown elsewhere. I set up my tent next to Jake's and started to put my sleeping things out. The day remained heavy. I felt kind of sweaty. Knees weak, arms spaghetti. It was as though the whole place was holding its breath for something. Even the kids in my class, usually boisterous, were murmuring and quiet as they set everything up. After we were finished, I smelled sausages and saw that the teacher had made up a lunch for us. We ate them with bread and ketchup, hot and delicious. It settled me a bit and I started to feel better. All those good creatures. Sausages. When the teacher told us that we could spend the afternoon swimming or going for a bushwalk, most of the kids wanted to go swimming, so I went on the bushwalk instead. The murky brown water of the river hid all sorts of creatures I didn't want to think about. Besides, I secretly wanted to see what animals were living in the area, so I could identify them when they made sounds in the night. Mr. Masters, the music teacher, was pretty happy to be on a bushwalk. He hummed as he pointed out the different kinds of eucalyptus tree, the genus of rocks. He wore sandals that I'd never seen him in before, with socks pulled up to his knees. Why are we getting such a picture painted of Mr. Masters? A broad, floppy hat. He smelled of sunscreen, like he'd rolled in a whole pool of it. Make a peace treaty with the Italian, go dress up as Luigi with some perfectly cooked pasta. Good end. Achieved. For the snakes, he winked when he saw me looking at his socks, as if snakes would balk at the sight of a bit of material. I mean, if they're thick enough and the kinds of snakes don't bite so good, then it could stop a snake bite. There were only a few other kids with us. 2 boys I didn't know very well. They were pretty quiet. Jake was also there. He loved Mr. Masters. He asked so many questions, and Mr. Masters was so delighted to have such a curious student that he answered them all. What kind of rock is that? Jake kept saying. Is this plant poisonous? What do you think? What do you do if you get stuck by a hornet? Jake talked so much, and Mr. Masters responded so enthusiastically that I realized with a sinking feeling after only a few moments that between the two of them, they'd scared all the animals away. Apart from the rocks and plants, we didn't see a thing. In fact, the clouds came over heavier, and there was a moment that I looked at the sky and wondered if we were going to get caught in a downpour. Can I tell the ghosts of the people that are in The Conjuring that are alive? Wait, are they ghosts or are alive? Eat pineapple and pizza and they aren't going to be alive anymore. No, pineapple and pizza's good, though. I like a Hawaiian pizza. Mr. Masters must have thought so, too. He'd been looking at his mobile phone to see which paths to take, but wrong. You don't get cell service when you go camping. It disappears immediately. But suddenly he looked up at the sky and stopped short. He made a few taps on his phone, then he frowned. Finally, he said, "My phone's not working because you're camping." He tapped his screen. No reception, he confirmed. He sniffed the air and then returned to his phone. "I know the way back, but I can't check if rain is coming." You could smell it. Italian people despise people who eat pineapple on pizza because it ain't culture Italian. Like, American pizza is completely different than Italian pizza. It's not real. It's not the same. It's very different. He could have just looked at the sky, I thought. Rain was a certainty. The sky was pitch black now. The wind had completely died down. It was dead quiet. Suddenly, I heard a low moan from somewhere far away. All the hairs stood up on the back of my neck. It was the weirdest sound. Even Jake looked surprised and for once said nothing. Mr. Masters stopped looking at his phone. Telephone. Can you just say cell phone? Mobile phone, telephone. Probably even maybe a smartphone. It was the weirdest sound. Even Jake looked surprised and for once said nothing. Mr. Masters stopped looking at his telephone then and instead looked up at the sky. All of us stopped and listened. It was all quiet. Not even a cicada chirped. And then, just when we thought it was all over, it happened again. But there were more moans this time. It was like a call, then a chorus. "Must be the kids doing some activity back at the camping ground," said Mr. Masters. "They've all got a bellyache from lunch," Jake said. The other boys with us laughed, but I didn't laugh. The sausage from lunch sat heavy in my belly. I could taste it in the back of my teeth. You see the version that Harry Potter Italian Voldemort becomes Voldemario? How do they do the anagram? Can I help you, sir? My cat says meow, by the way. "Well, let's go back anyway," he said briskly. "We've been gone for more than an hour." When I look back upon it now, I know that something in me wanted to say no. It was something different to the usual fears I felt, and I don't know if this has ever happened to you. I was a bit scared to say anything. At that moment, I said to myself, "Toughen up, Elroy. Now is your chance to show how brave you are, or how normal you are." I'm always saying this to myself. Someone asked me a question. I said, "Now is my chance to show how normal I am." They say, "Looks like it might rain." And I say, "Hoo boy, sure does." Can I help you, sir? What are you meowing about? He doesn't even know what he's meowing about. Tell him I say meow, 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 meow back. Harvey? Demon Mitsuri says meow, 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 meow. Oh, he's in my lap now. You want to meow? You want to say meow for the Twitch? You want to do a big meow while you're in my lap? Or are you just going to stand there? You're just going to stand there and lick my arm. Sir? Can I help you? No, he is leaving. And so I obediently followed Mr. Masters, Jake, and the other two boys, lagging only a little behind. Telling you he wants to take over for your live stream. They don't make VTubing for cats yet, I think. They only make it for a peephole. But as we drew closer to the camp, we began to hear all sorts of other sounds too. There were moans, but also cracking sounds, like things being broken. And quite a few of the kids were screaming. "Aren't they having a great time?" Mr. Masters smiled at us. Then, suddenly, there was a great splashing sound, like 100 people running headlong into the river at once. Mr. Masters' brow, which until now had been quite wrinkled with confusion, became all smooth. What? Smoothed his wrinkles? Became smooth when that happened. He made an ah sound as though he's finally worked it out. "They're doing water activities," he said triumphantly. Mr. Master's a psychopath. He's a twisted psychopath. Mr. Masters just knows about rocks. They were the strangest water activities I'd ever heard, though. I felt my feet dragging behind me, but I walked ever slower, ever more reluctantly back towards the camp. It's like we're halfway through this story and we've not seen a single zombie. Jake, on the other hand, was worried about missing out on anything exciting. I'm calling it now. It's just like food poisoning. They all ate bad sausages. He began to walk ahead of us more and more quickly. He strode off before even Mr. Masters. Then, when the clearing came into sight, he began running towards it, his spindly legs flying as he ran. I saw him turn the corner and disappear around it. Planned all of his excuses? Wanted the children to die because they wouldn't pay attention to his lectures and they just fell asleep? I think how's he gonna get tenure if all his students die? Or if he already has tenure, then he wouldn't even need to bring them on the camping trip. They can't fire him. Then it seemed that he made a shouting sound, but I couldn't make out his words. I thought he sounded panicked. As scared as I was, I couldn't help myself. I felt my friend was in trouble. I began running too, in the direction of the barbecue area, but I stopped and slowed just before I turned the corner. What I saw at our camping ground was enough to make the blood drain from my face. It was terrible. It was horrific. It was the kids in my class, blank face drooling, assembling around the barbecue area. At least they looked like the kids in my class, but their faces were blue and spit hung down from their cheeks slackily. Their arms were loose by their sides. When they saw me, it was as though they all saw me in unison. Then they made that horrible moaning sound our little group had heard from afar and began shuffling towards me. Gonna steal the dead bodies and sell them and make his money? It is true that teachers don't get paid enough. He's gonna need a second source of income. My heart stopped in my throat. They had turned into zombies. All of them were zombies. And as they advanced towards me, I realized that I was slap bang in the middle of my own personal school zombie apocalypse. I didn't have time to think. I couldn't see where Jake had gone. But there was a gang of zombie kids shuffling up against a big eucalyptus tree, and I guessed he must be at the top of it. Glancing around, I saw a tree not far away that had a branch I might just jump onto. I calculated my distance, then ran towards it. Don't you hate when that happens? I hate when I go camping with my friend Jake and the other kids at my school, and they all just turn into zombies and chase my friend Jake up a tree. The zombies all changed direction and listed towards me, but I was faster. I reached the tree, lifted my two hands, grabbed the lowest branch, and swung myself onto it. Not feeling high enough, I managed to clamber another 2 branches before the boughs became too thin and could not go any higher. There I hovered, clutching the tree, my palms sweaty, knees weak arms spaghetti, and the day still weirdly quiet. You're just playing tag and they broke a couple bones and they got really hungry and you're just asking for food. I mean, I don't think they wouldn't be shuffling if they broke bones. But I'm guessing they're just like either sick or tired or something. Like maybe like they got cramps for swimming immediately after eating and that's why they're zombies. Here they came now, groaning and shuffling, about 15 of them. Their clothes were sopping wet from swimming in the river and dripped on the dry earth as they shuffled towards my tree. When they got to the tree, they reached up but couldn't get past the first branch. Lol, nerds. Seeing them up close, my heart was beating so hard that I thought I might faint and fall off the tree, landing on top of the lot of them. I noticed that their skin was falling off in patches and that they were salivating. Actually salivating. I suppose to get a good bite into my leg. I tried uselessly to get further up in the tree, but the bark was too smooth. I could go no higher. Turned into bird brains. They went too long without TV or smartphones, and their brains shut down for good. But neither could they. They clambered around the base of the tree, then one of them realized that they could stand on the cupped hands of the other to give each other a boost up. That was when I really started to get worried. Zombies aren't supposed to know how to be smart. I looked around in a panic for something that could help me. Nothing but a thin twig of a branch by my head. I snapped it off and brandished it like a meter ruler. Not a sword? The zombies didn't react to my weapon, but I don't think they were all too bright. When the first struggled onto the shoulders of the second, I poked the zombie's chest with it and it sank into the soft, decaying flesh like modeling clay. Oh, so they are straight up dead. Made a weird sound and fell off the other zombie's shoulders. Victory won for me. I just killed my classmate. I kept my instrument firm in my hand and commenced poking the flesh of all the zombies that ventured too close to the lowest branch. In Psychonauts, if you don't have a brain, you drone. TV. TV. TV good. All this time, I'd barely thought about Mr. Masters, but I suddenly heard a high scream. I saw him flat on his back by the toilet cubicle, don't call it that, pinned down by about 6 kids who all seemed to be chewing him. Oh no. Poor Mr. Masters. TV. Hacky sack. At first I felt sorry, but my feelings turned to panic when after a few minutes the zombies all fell back and Mr. Masters shook himself and he stood up again. They're just probably playing zombie. They're playing zombie tag. It was his shuffling gait that made me realize the terrible, horrible truth. He was now a zombie himself. The more horrible truth was that he was twice the height of the other kids in my class and would have no trouble reaching the first branch that I'd swung up upon. Went too long without watching murder podcasts, became mini Jeffrey Dahmer children. They're doing Blair Witch Project IRL. As if hearing my thoughts, his now dull eyes rotated towards me and he spotted me up the tree. Slowly. He began shuffling towards me, while my pulse thudded and panicked in my ears. What would I do when he got here? What could just one boy do against an attack of zombies? His sandals dragged in the dust, like a fly caught in a window. What? Oh no. I was like, flies in a window don't drag like dust. Like a fly caught in a window, I panicked and tried to scrabble higher up the tree, but it was no good. I just couldn't get further away. Then I heard another scream and I realized Jake had seen me. He was still okay. He was still human. He hadn't been turned into a zombie yet. But I could see now that a different teacher zombie was pulling on the branch he was sitting on, shaking it determinedly like a monkey trying to shake down a coconut. Every child is a sacrifice to spawn Santa. I don't think you need to sacrifice to spawn Santa. You just wait. He just shows up on his own when Christmas comes around. Eventually, the inevitable happened. Jake lost his balance and fell into the tree. I saw him running at breakneck speed towards the toilet cubicles. I saw Mr. Mathers continuing to shuffling towards me. Just as I remembered what was in the toilet cubicles. The high locker cupboards. There were no branches on the locker cupboards. I could sit on top of one and just kick every zombie who approached me. What if he's having a psychotic break and no one is a zombie? That's also a strong possibility. He's just stabbing his classmates with branches and kicking them. I wasn't gonna let Mr. Masters reach me and put his horrible teeth around my leg. If you kick them, they can bite your leg. With a heroic leap, I sprang down from the tree over the top of the kid zombies' heads and went pelting towards the toilets myself. My advantage was my human speed. The zombies moved very slowly, and that was my only saving grace. Trying to make Christmas early so they can spawn Santa, but then that'll just offset Christmas by however many months, and you'll still have to wait another year afterwards. The fear put quicksilver in my feet. I streaked towards the toilet block and made it inside with no immediate pursuers. Sure enough, Jake was at the top of one of the lockers. He climbed up the shoe shelves to get there. I kicked one a few meters away and leapt up onto it. "Kick the shelves!" he cried. I kicked them away. None of them were fixed to the wall. They made a horrible clatter in the still dull silence of the afternoon. And there Jake and I sat, pale-faced on top of our cupboards, breathing heavily while we waited for the zombies to come. He's having a gay attack because he's falling in love with his best friend Jake and he's trying to deny it by thinking it's zombies. That would be insane. If you got blindsided so hard by love you started seeing zombies. It didn't take long. They started to amass the entry to the toilets, making their horrible groans and wet sounds. I hate wet sounds. They pushed their way into the room. They smelled extraordinary, like wet dog and old sausages. I felt my lunch rise in my throat. In waves, they came upon our lockers and rattled them. But we were too high for them, and our furniture was fixed to the wait. What? They kicked the shoe shelves. The shoe shelves weren't stuck to the walls, but the lockers are. Occasionally, one creepy hand would come exploring up around my ankle, and I would give it a swift kick, and then it was gone. Rattle me bones, don't rattle me lockers. This must have gone on for an hour. The human body is amazing in what it can do in great moments of stress. You can kick zombies. Wave after wave of zombies attacked Jake and I on the cupboards, and wave after wave we dodged them, kicking them away with our shoe when we could, every muscle straining with the effort of not being bitten. For I knew now what would happen if we got bitten. Of course, some of the zombie teachers shuffled into the room and tried their hand at us as well. They were taller than the kid zombies, but they could never get their mouths near us, and their putrefied flesh was lacking the strength to pull us down. So we just kept on like this for hour after hour until I realized the sun was going. They just sat in the bathroom for hours kicking their friends. Soon it was nighttime. And how could we keep on like this? How could we keep fighting them off when evening fell? And we couldn't see their advances in the dark. Besides, I was becoming so tired, so strained from the stress of trying to stay alive. Jake, too, looked like he felt the same. What would we do when night fell? I could feel my muscles trembling from the strain of holding myself back against the wall, from kicking out the slobbering zombies who wanted to eat us. As the corners of the toilet cubicle darkened and spread across the room, I saw what at first thought was a hallucination. My father, standing in the doorway of the toilet block. Dad, I wanted to cry, but at first I genuinely thought he was a figment of my tired mind. What I wouldn't give to have my dad here now, to have him lift me from the top of this locker and carry me away from all these zombies, safe, home with my mom and little brothers in my safe, soft bed. Everybody fighting over Jake, he just thinks they're zombies, but they're just fighting over their two guys, like, punching each other because they've fallen in love. Do you try to bite people when you love them? I guess some people do. But the more I looked, the more I realized that it was my dad in the corner. He had come to save me. Then I noticed that he had begun to walk towards me, only he was shuffling. My dad was a zombie too? I couldn't help it. Tears began streaming down my face. What would I do now that my dad was a zombie? But through my tears, I noticed something odd. Dad's movements, although slow and shuffling, were accompanied by a glance that was not as dull as the others. He swayed through the kid zombies, who, after hours of trying, were admittedly starting to get a little tired of pursuing two boys high atop the lockers. The kid zombies dropped back when he walked through the group, probably expecting that he might get us down after all. My dad is taller than all of the teachers. He's pretty sizable. When he got to my locker, he made an authoritative wah sound that shocked the kid zombies, who stood in dumb silence for a few moments before they slowly shuffled out of the room. Zombie Dad looked up at me. Very slowly, he winked. Dad, I said under my breath, almost crying with relief. Shush, he said. Just pretend to be a zombie. I've got my car waiting outside, with 3 others in it. We've all escaped like this. Follow my lead. And Jake, I whispered. He's my friend. He's over there. Dad looked over at an exhausted and terrified Jake and then nodded. He pulled me down and placed me gently on the ground. Then he went and got Jake too. Jake looked stunned. It was not too hard to get him to walk like a zombie after all the things he'd been through. We made a few short screams so they think Dad had gotten us. Then the 3 of us shuffled out the door. By now, the other zombies seemed to have forgotten about us. Perhaps the effort of trying to eat us had tired them out. Some were sitting under the trees playing chess, and some were floating on lilos on the river. They were talking inarticulately. To be fair, I saw some of their teeth and lips were falling apart, so it mustn't have been easy to keep a conversation. I felt sorry for all the kids who this morning had just been like me, just come to school on a camping trip. Now they're all zombies. Dad had driven a little four-wheel drive I didn't recognize to come pick me up. There was Mrs. Purdy, my English teacher, in the back. She looked sweaty. Knees weak, arms spaghetti. One piece of gray hair was stuck wetly to her face. Beside her were one or two kids I didn't recognize. They all looked stunned. Jake sat... How long is this story? Jake sat beside me on the passenger seat. I could hardly believe it when Dad started the engine and changed gears, and then we were slowly driving away from this hellhole. The terror camp that had destroyed my whole class. The zombies barely looked at us when we were pulled out of the camping area, merged back onto the highway, going faster, faster as the night leaked onto the road's edges. Is everyone okay at home? I asked Dad. How did you know what happened? But Dad just said in a low voice, "Everyone's okay, Elroy," and kept driving. Everyone else in the car was utterly silent. Eventually, as we continued driving, began to see... I'll turn desperate. Everybody, when they get rejected by their crush, sits under a tree and plays chess sadly. Eventually, as we continued driving, I began to see that our problem had not just been confined to the camping ground. There were general scenes of destitution as we approached my school. Lots of trees and rubbish bins appeared to have been torn up from the ground. But before I could work out what this meant, I heard a strange sound in the back. My English teacher, Mrs. Purdy, made a barking sound under her breath. She was a furry, almost exactly like a dog. She tried to disguise it as a cough, but we all knew what we'd heard. I looked at Dad, and he looked steadfastly at the road, and I knew he'd heard it too. Very calmly, he slowed the car. "Angela," he said to Mrs. Purdy, "I believe this is the best place to..." Cold-hearted! Mrs. Purdy looked confused. "No, I want to go home," she said. "Your home is not safe," said my dad gently. "It's safe here. Look, there isn't a zombie in sight." It was then that I saw it. From where I was watching her in the rearview mirror, a big green bite on her forearm. She must have been bitten by a zombie before Dad picked her up. And for some reason, the magic that turned a human victim into a fellow zombie had been slower to work on her than it had been with Mr. Masters. But after all, I reminded myself, Mr. Masters had 6 kids feeding on him. That was surely why it had been fast for him. Zombies are not the brightest monsters in the bunch. Mrs. Purdy still looked confused, but she allowed herself to take my dad's arm as he got out, came around and helped her out of the car. It was only when she was standing back on the side of the road that she seemed to realize, in some slow corner of her mind, that it was not all as it seemed. Perhaps some low stirring was alerting her to the fact that she was letting out a delicious carload of humans disappear. Whatever it was, as Dad returned to the driver's seat and started to rev the engine, she began running trippingly after the car. Her red dress now appeared tattered. Her skin had turned bluish. Wait, did turning into a zombie tatter her dress? How does that work? "Don't leave me," she cried. "Come back." She ran faster than a complete zombie, and Dad's car wasn't very fast in first gear. You still magic, the zombie magic that turned them human. Why are the teachers falling in love with the kids? Listen, call me crazy, but I don't think that's what... Tiger Tootie Raid! Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Hello, 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 hello. You were playing Silent Hill 4 The Room? Question mark, question mark, question mark? Is that like Tommy Wiseau's The Room, but recreated in Silent Hill 4? Or is that the actual title of the Silent Hill 4 game? Da Room? Did you see a room? Were you in a room? Is there more than one room? How many rooms are in the game? Is it a rectangular room or a squarical room? Or maybe a circular room or a trapezoidal room? Or a quadrahedron's room? Is it a tall room or a short room or an in-between room? How many zombies were in the room? Does Silent Hill have zombies in it? Silent Hill is the one with Pyramid Head, right? That's the actual title. We are reading a zombie bedtime story. It doesn't make any sense, and they keep calling things toilet cubicles. The story is, a dude gets stuck in his room. Now that's Homestuck. I know that one. It has ghosts. No zombies, but ghosts. Turlet ice. Ice goes in the turlet. I know this. How's your job at the coffee place? Well, we were doing coffee job. Here's a private investigator who's been patiently waiting for us to finish this bedtime story of, oh my god, it's 10 o'clock already. Bedtime story of this kid named Elroy who's scared, and then he went on a camping trip and now there's zombies. His dad just cold-heartedly left his teacher to die. She caught up to the passenger's door and tugged on it. Jake and I had forgotten to put on our seatbelts. He fell right out as she opened the door. Jesus! Jake! Dad slammed his foot on the brakes, but Jake looked up and cried with tears in his eyes. Just go. Be safe. Like, he's also listening to the zombie story. Imagine if you went to a coffee shop. You're like, "Hi, I'm a private investigator, letting you know there's some suspicious activity in the area. I also would like to get some coffee." And I say, "Before you would get your order, I got to tell you this story about Elroy who's scared of everything and he goes to zombie camp." "No," I cried for my friend, but it was too late. Mrs. Purdy closed her eyes and took a big bite of Jake's arm just below the elbow. It was too late for him. I sobbed into my car seat as I felt Dad hesitate, realized the same conclusion as I had, and then think about the other occupants of our car. He reached over, slammed the passenger door, and put his foot to the floor. They straight up maunched him. We sped away, then away from my friend Jake, now a zombie, away from the highway, down the smaller lanes until we got to my school. There was no one about. Dad dropped the other boys who had been with us safely in the library, and then it was just me and Dad, steering back towards our house. I was still thinking about my poor friend Jake. Tears blurred in my eyes as we drove on. Just like the meal of Munch. Well, if they all turned into zombies because they were in love with Jake, and Jake is now a zombie, does that mean they win? We sped away from my friend Jake. We read that. I was still thinking about my poor friend Jake. Tears blurred my eyes as we drove on. What happened? I said again. I just couldn't understand it. I don't know exactly, said Dad. 100 zombies started coming through the town. I left Mom and your brothers back at the house. Don't worry, he said, seeing my face. The doors and windows are safely locked. After a few moments more, in which we drove in silence, he added, when you get home and we're all together, we'll think about what we do now, where we should go. I saw as we drove that many of the power lines had been gnawed and brought down. Night had almost fallen and everything was dark. I could smell something unusual and old in the air. Or does that mean Jake is a narcissist? The most important person for you to love is yourself. Why are they chewing the power lines? Wouldn't that electrocute them to death? Rest in peace, Jake. I hope he Jake joke Jack Jim joke Joe who? You got it, Himbot. When we turned into the village where we lived, I saw groups of people clustered under trees and my letterboxes. What? Your letterboxes? Joe Mama, boom, got him. It was the people of the town. Every single one of them was a zombie. I was astonished to see that they seemed to be doing fine, absent the hunger for human flesh, for there were certainly no humans around anymore. Some of them had lit candles, and they were slowly talking with each other, or even laughing amongst themselves and playing ball games in the shadowy darkness. In the unlit windows, I could see the contours of some of them, moving through their houses. We didn't see a single other human, just zombies. Our town had become a zombie town. Everybody click that link, by the way. Go to www.twitch.tv/TigerToonie. You're going to see the best art you've ever seen in your entire life. You're going to see funny video game videos. You're going to have a good time on the stream. Click the link. Click it. Seems so normal. Oh, I got too excited telling people to click links. Despite being turned into cannibals. I guess I was about to say, are you a cannibal if you don't eat the whole body? But no, the answer to that is certainly yes, even if you only just get a little bite. At what point do you become cannibal? What if you're fighting somebody and you bite them in self-defense? A little nip. Like, what if you bite them in self-defense? And what if you, like, accidentally? Like, you're not a cannibal if you drink some blood. Like, if you're sewing and you poke your finger and it starts bleeding and you, like, put your finger in your mouth, that doesn't make you, a cannibal. Also eat a lot of cells through the day where you're auto-cannibalizing constantly. Yeah, like, the cells in your mouth, they have to be falling off. They gotta be. If you're, like, biting at a hangnail and you accidentally eat it, is that cannibalism? Yeah, if you bite your sister, does that make you a cannibal? Is it okay if you spit it out? Does it have to be on purpose? I think you're a cannibal if you eat for enjoyment. What if you don't enjoy it? What if you eat an entire person, but you don't like any of it? You start posing this question to people. We just don't know. Science hasn't found out yet. Who's Matilda? Oh, that's probably Elroy's mom. When we pulled into our driveway, Dad told us to walk slowly again, shuffling as a zombie would, just in case some of them got wind of us. We got to the front door and Dad said softly at the keyhole, Matilda, it's me. And then there was a laughing sound from inside that I knew was the twins, and it wasn't my mom but my little brothers who opened the door. That should have been odd in itself, but then, seeing their sweet, joyful faces, I realized that they were not the little brothers I had known and loved. They, too, had turned into zombies. I crashed one time, it was okay, you still made progress. I hate when games just don't want to play nice. Every game should run fine forever and not cause any problems ever. Uh-oh, Zombie Brothers. That would make a good sitcom. That would make, like, a good 2000s era Disney Channel TV show. My brothers are zombies? Oh, it's Mansheep. You get his head out from behind the Limes Man for a second. There he is. Sweetly, they pulled on my hand and led me into the lounge room. Our cat Goldie was lying on the floor, and with a chortling laugh, they made me pet her. No! How do you live when you don't have internet and you're playing an offline game? Games are okay to play offline. Play a single player game. Ooh, it's the hat. Oh, Himbot doesn't remember what hat is the most recent hat. Himbot's like 2 hats behind. Or I guess 1 hat behind. Him doesn't know anything. I have to fix something. The like variables got does not like Mansheep for good reasons, honestly. Mansheep is terrifying. Mansheep is a horror. Everybody should buy Mansheep an edible arrangement. Him a little confused. If you request a hat, him will tell you what hat was on last instead of the hat that's on currentst. They made me pet her. Her hair was falling off in chunks and strewn across the carpet. They crooned over her, their little arms and legs were bluish, and they moved more slowly than before. But they were still my little brothers. I wanted to cry. Just earlier, I was confused. I was confused all day, every day. Do you guys know, anything? I don't know any of it. Zombies are real because babies have no brains. They totally ruin, they bite people and things. Babies have a brains. They know it. Babies know more than me. Babies know about make sound and wiggle. Babies know about, laugh when somebody tells a funny sound. Where's Mummy? Dad asked them in a strained voice. Coyly, they pointed into the bathroom. We followed their guidance and stumbled into the bathroom. Mum was sitting in the bath, her eyes closed. There was a lot of steam in the room. She raised her eyes to us when she heard us enter. There were 2 little gnaw marks on her cheeks. She was sweating like my English teacher, Mrs. Purdy, had. Matilda, my dad said, his voice cracking. The cat escaped, she said quietly. When he came back, I thought he was all right, but he bit the twins. And the twins bit you. Dad's eyes filled with tears. It's not so bad, said Mum. They seem very happy. And from what I can see, everyone else doesn't seem too sad either. Dad and I looked out the window. I heard the twins giggle in the lounge room and Goldie yowl contentedly. On the street, our neighbors were dancing in the moonlight. In the pale light, I could see their jagged zombie edges wobbling. Occasionally, bits of them fell off. Dad looked at me. I looked at Dad. Then we agreed between ourselves without having to say a word. Each of us held out our arm to Mum, and peacefully she smiled, kissed our skin, and then gently bit down into it. What? Huh? Let's chat about the stories ideas for talking with kids. Family. What would you have done if you were in Elroy's situation? Do you think it would be better to be the last human in a world of zombies or surrounded by the family you love? What are the benefits and drawbacks of each? Courage. Elroy admits he's scared of most things. Do you think this means that he is courageous? Why or why not? It's not how courage works. Courage isn't recognizing your fears, it's facing your fears. Courage is when you do things even though you're afraid of them. You agree with that ending? It's the only correct ending. I was waiting for the, and it was all a dream ending. Like he woke up in his tent and it was the dream he had while he was clamping. What events in the story can you identify where Elroy showed courage despite his fears? None of them. None of them. He was running away for his life the whole time. Five stars. Nuh-uh. I ain't smart enough to cure a zombie outbreak. That's true. I don't have the kind of science needed. I'm gonna make this man's coffee, and then I think we need to call it a night. Call me if something ever happens. Try closing the store early. If I don't... Try closing the store early if don't want to get in trouble. Siri mi wee. Wait, he didn't even order anything! He didn't even order anything!
Siri me wee.
Siri me wee. Fucking sweep the floor 0 to 5. Fucking going home. Siri me wee. I don't want to sweep the floor 0 out of 5. Guess I'm walking. Stop. I can't just leave. Why not? Let me go home. What if my cat and little twin brothers have all turned into zombies? Drive-through. You have a drive-through? You get drip coffee. Sizes are medium, large, and extra large. Espresso Bibereggi? Yeah, no small. What is that? Is that how you say? That can't be beverage, can it? There's a lot of drinks here. You understand the numbers. These are probably okay prices, right? Like about $4 for a drink. Hello? I'd like to place an order for drive-through, please. I would like, 1 chocolate chunk scone. Uh-oh. This one was stolen. Thought that was blood for a second. But I'm gonna start randomly speaking in Japanese. Did you put that in Google Translate? Or did you just copy random text? Stolen is a baked good. Stolen is when you take something that isn't yours. Stolen is, here's a Japanese. Hi. I can't read kanji. Karakatta. Yatsura wa dokka ni ichatta. Dare ni ayamarerata wake demo nai no ni. Tomarane. Kanji. Koko de wa daremo ga. Is that Osama? Nano ne. Don't know what it means, but it's song lyrics. Stolen. It looked like just kind of like a fruit bread. Is that what it is? Oh, it's Christmas. It is fruit bread. I want to eat that. Not spices, dried or candied fruit. It's like fruit cake, except not bad. Oh, it's easy breezy. Are those both Hajimata then? Hi, Hajimata. Hajimata. Karayatta. Yatsura wa dokka ni ichatta. I need to sweep one more floor. Someone put that in Google Translation and tell you what you said. Google Translate to Yohei Grossler. Groshura. Where is the dang dirt? In the bathroom? Can I sweep the toilet? No! The word says you were a little shithead. It doesn't say that. There's dirt. I think it's time for bed. Well. Good night. I turned off the lights. Can't see shit in the dark. Can I get some ice? Shave your face with some mace in the dark. How do I get to the bathroom? I'm lost. Someone gonna come in here and kill me? Saving all your food stamps and burning down the trailer park. Oh, wait. What? Cool. Bye. My car. And then we got in the car and we went home. We might play more of that. bow, bow. Yeah, so 10 o'clock is when we normally stop, and it is 10:30. So it is time to go to sleep. When we'll be streaming next time. I stream Mondays and Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Pacific time zone. We will be playing, not this game, but we will be playing Sandman in a couple days on Wednesday, 7 p.m. Pacific. On Monday, next week. Normally I'd say we play more of this on Monday. But next Monday is the day before Halloween. So I'm thinking instead, we do some creepypasta readings. Like we did last year. First you made a Himbot take all the computer power, and then you made a zombie story happen. I need to figure out why Himbot is eating up my GPU. Or why Himbot's hat, I guess, is eating up all the GPU. That does not make any sense. I have no clue why one hat on a little man is using up 50% of my GPU. But, we might play more of this. We might continue this one in November. We'll get to the spooky parts of the game. I think I want to keep doing a little bit of spooky gamings in November. But for now, for the current, it is time to go to bed. Let me see if anybody is alive for a rating. Oh, we can go to AA Live. Me, little rat hat computer. Me, Siri, me wee hee hee. Siri, me wee hee hee. But yeah, thank you everybody. Oh,
Siri me wee.
Siri me wee. Oh, I know what we need. Where's my boy? He's not.
You're humble and lovable.
Bless you.
He's not on this screen.
You're humble and lovable.
Bless you, sir.
Thank you. That's what we needed to see. I gotta put him on this screen. I gotta put him on a different screen. Thank you everybody for coming. Thank you everybody for chatting. Thank you everybody for hanging out. Thank you. It was Convol, and it was Lummo, and it was Tiger Toonie for raids. Am I and Fear Luna. Wait, Afterglow Ampharos? No, that's from last time. I was like, did you raid me too? That can't be right. I still have my messages from last time. But thank you everybody for set a reminder on your phone for the days you're streaming. Exactly what time so you can hop on and watch next time. Can we not spend half your time reading a book? Well, next week we're gonna read a book the entire time. On next Monday, we're gonna be reading spooky stories the whole time. But Wednesday we'll be playing The Sandman, which is a little RPG about walking around and fighting the Tooth Fairy and all that. I will say, if you don't want to get distracted by reading, this is not the stream for you. We will go to Wikipedia. We will find out the history of Stolen. We will search up pictures of Spider-Man Mighty Beans. But right now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go raid AA Rive. I hope y'all have a good night. I hope y'all have a good dreams. I hope y'all have a good sleep. I hope y'all have a good treat. I hope y'all have a good meat. I hope y'all have a good seat. I hope y'all have a good beat. I hope y'all have a good tweet. I hope y'all have a good cheat. I hope y'all have a good accent. I hope y'all have a good accent challenge. I hope y'all have a good Siri me wee. Good night, everybody. Good night, 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 good night. Good night.